what would you rather? Yeah, like would you rather? Yeah. Let's free up a day, free up a space. Let's talk about the truth the way we know it. Let's make a play. This our reality, okay? Okay. We out here with some savage beats, okay? If you want it, you can have a piece. Effort come with automatic peace. Just be careful if you slip, you know the ladder's grief, okay? Open discussion, who you loving, who you trusting? Is it lusting when you bustin'? Is you still crushing? Was it something, is it nothing? Did you cuddle? Did you up and grab your clutch and was befuddled? Do you still love him? Is your relationship 100-100? Or is it 50-50? Do you be talking shit or do you sit and listen? Are you a real friend or a transaction system? Listen, do you be copping flowers? Do you open doors? Is you looking for a real woman? Is you content with whores? Do you be on your money? Do you take care of your kids? Do you stand on your business or do you wait on your chick? Let's talk about our mental health and protecting it. Yeah. Let's talk about our mental health and protecting it. Yeah.
Yo. We in this shit. We got. I'm about to get right to it, man, because I think this is about to be a good one. So for starters, I just want to say to everybody outside, if you're going through something, if you got some mental issues, man, if you got some mental issues, if you got some money issues, like it's something you can do to help yourself in all ways. There's always something you can do. It's the way you can help yourself. It's something that you can put into whatever you consider yours. You know what I mean? You. So if you can do it, if you recognize it, if you're falling off, if it's hurting you, just get right to that shit. Shout out to everybody. Doc, we see you. Pulled up at the last second. That was clutch like a motherfucker. We got Glove in here, man. We got Glove starting this shit off. We got Miss Netta LaShawn, my comrade, man. My partner in rap, man. Yeah, I think that was short.
I'm here.
Okay, we got Miss Tracy in here. We got us a conversation.
Hello, gang.
We got us a conversation. What's going on?
Back, baby.
All right, let's do it. So far, let's get right to it. I want to start with this video so y'all can see it, because we already listened to it a couple times.
Listen, nephew, there are men who shake your hand and men who study your hand. Today, I'm going to give you 5 ways to tell if your friend is a snake before they ever bite you. Number 1, they study you, but never invest in you. You ever notice how they know everything about your moves, your plans, your habits, your weaknesses? But when it comes time to support you, they're nowhere to be found. That's not curiosity, that's surveillance. See, real friends pour into you. A snake gathers information because information is control. Number 2, they keep you emotionally predictable. Watch this carefully. They know what triggers you, what excites you, what upsets you, and they use it. They'll hype you up when it benefits them and subtly discourage you when it doesn't. Not direct, never obvious, just enough to keep you in a position where you never outgrow them. That's manipulation, not friendship. Number 3, they never mirror your growth, but they benefit from it. As you level up, your mindset sharpens, they stay the same. Somehow they're always around when it's time to eat from what you built. A real friend evolves with you. A snake attaches to you. Number 4, they plant doubt instead of giving direction. A real friend will check you, correct you, even if it's uncomfortable. Not because they see something you don't, but because they don't want you to see clearly. Confusion is control. Number 5, they're comfortable seeing you out of position. This is the deepest one. A real friend feels your misalignment. But a snake, they won't guide you, they'll confuse you. Are you sure that's the right move? I don't know, bro. That might not work. And he'll say something when you're slipping. He won't let you self-destruct in peace. But a snake, he'll sit right next to you, watch you make bad decisions, watch you fall off, and say nothing.
Why?
Because your downfall keeps you equal to him. And listen, nephew, snakes don't always hiss, they blend in. Watch who stays solid and who.
Anybody got anything?
Like I said, I agree with parts of it. I think other parts are up for interpretation. I don't know.
What's one of the parts you agree with?
I agree with the keeping you confused and the learning you so they can know how to control you, know how to manipulate situations and things like that. But sometimes, like I said, it's up for interpretation. Sometimes your friends want to know you too, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? They want to know, you know what I'm saying, what your likes, your dislikes, your wants, your needs, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can be a good fucking friend. You know what I mean? Now, if it's a motherfucker using this information against you or shit like that, then I feel like that's snakeism. If it's just a motherfucker using this information for personal gain, I don't feel like that's snakeism. I feel like that's self-preservation.
What is that? That's you, Joe?
Yeah, man, what the fuck?
So you and that McDonald's ass Wi-Fi, bro.
For real. For real.
Trying to get my thing on. Hold on. My camera wasn't working.
All right, go ahead, Glove.
Yeah, no, that's all I was saying. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying, spit it word for word, verbatim. But like I said, some parts that I agree with, and some parts I think that are up for interpretation. You know what I mean? It's one part that I totally disagree with. I don't know if they chopped the clip to make it seem like that, but we was just talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's nothing snake about me telling my homie, "Fool, you sure you want to go that route?" I don't know. That might not work because you basically giving him, you know what I'm saying, another point of view. You know what I'm saying? You might be opening his eyes to some shit that he didn't see, and you as a friend, you letting him know, like, hey, bro, you might want to look at it this way before you go all in with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? This and that. He basically said a snake. You know what I'm saying? Gonna keep you confused. Gonna say little phrases like that. I ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like when we used to do our shit, you know what I'm saying? We used to say that to each other all the time. You sure you want to handle it like that? Is that how we going? But that was to keep
I
keep
think
each other happy.
because I took that part when I did think that it was like kind of chopped because like when he said it, I automatically assumed like he's saying the difference between a real friend and a
Yeah.
snake. And it made because that's what made it make sense in my head for that part. Like he's saying a real friend gonna do all of that, but then a snake gonna watch you crash and burn. They're not gonna say nothing. So that's how I took it. I just assumed that it was because it skipped a little bit too. So I just assumed that it was
Nah,
chopped wrong.
me too. So I'm right on par with y'all. In that moment, I disagree with it because I agree with what Glove's saying.
Yeah.
But I feel like he said something different than what he was saying, like maybe a glitch in that moment. So I kind of agree with both of y'all on that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it though. First question. Are there cases when we call other folks snakes because of our own inability to recognize what's going on in front of us and use this form of name calling to bail out on our responsibility to ourselves?
Yes, there is. Yes, indeed. That's the part that's the question that I agree with most. Because a lot of motherfuckers will put the snake title on the motherfucker to cover up for some shit that they probably doing, or some shit that they don't understand, or some shit that's just not going their way. And now he snaked me. No, my nigga, you ain't hold up your end.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, I had this conversation with many people. I think me and you had the conversation about Jay-Z and Dame Dash.
Mm-hmm.
It's a healthy part of the population that feel like Jay-Z snaked that man. I don't.
Me neither.
Don't need
I don't at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, a lot of times people will put that title on a motherfucker just because some shit didn't go your way. You know what I'm saying? Just because some shit happened and you didn't come out on the with the best of it. So now motherfucker snakes you. No, you didn't do your due diligence, brother.
I agree. Because
I, I or like
going in
Going
and out,
in.
Chris.
oh can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
It's like in and out. Are you
Oh, is it?
connected to
Yeah.
Are you connected to your car speaker? Your Bluetooth? You might have to
Or do you
disconnect.
have the phone sitting on your mic?
Oh I do got the phone sitting on the mic. Sorry. Can y'all hear me
Yeah.
better?
Oh
We
yeah.
got
Yeah.
yep.
Okay, yeah, I did have the phone sitting on my mic. But I feel like a snake is more of like got that envious, that jealous, like backdoor type of move. Like like your friends. It ain't even really about the support or whatever the case may be. It's always so for instance, like people that be saying, ooh, I'm jealous of that. Somehow that deep down that kind of seem jealous a little bit. That's almost snakish
Mm-hmm.
to me.
I never liked
So
people who jokingly said they was jealous or
I
something.
don't like that.
I
I
don't
don't
like that
like that at
either.
all.
I'd be like, ooh.
No, I
Yeah,
agree. I don't like when people say jealous shit and try to smile with it while they saying it. Like whatever
Right.
you
like on the
say,
jokey side.
yeah, like you joking when you know you really ain't joking. If you said it, you probably not joking.
Right.
I
Like, okay,
agree with
big
that.
money. Okay, big money. Like, no,
Like you watching my bread,
I've
yeah,
got the same struggle. No, that don't count my pockets and nothing like that. Everybody got their own struggles and things like
yeah.
that.
It make you
So
uncomfortable. Why the fuck you keep talking about my money, nigga?
exactly. Or
Yeah.
or like being too like in relationships, like if y'all two homeboys, like say for instance, you bring a girl around, and then the attitude of your boy change, or he trying to like kind of clown you in a low key type of way. That's envious. That's
Trying
that
to
jealousy. That's
trying to put
backdooring.
on for the female. What is that? Is that just that? Because I know niggas who do that shit. Is that like what is that when niggas do that?
That's
Soon as they
jealous.
What's
see a
that?
female, soon as they see a female, like a female that they won't come in a room, they need to immediately be the
Right.
biggest person in the room, no matter what they say or no matter what they do.
Sometimes it's that, and sometimes it's like jealousy shit. Like sometimes the motherfucker just be trying to shine a spotlight on them. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes motherfuckers do be jealous that the spotlight is on you and not on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got two people in the chat in the comments say that Jay Z definitely snake Dame Dash.
I absolutely disagree. Who said that? Damn.
Toya and Mandy Dickerson.
I think Damon Dash. See, he got a different type of attitude. Like that he too he a little too much.
I don't want the conversation to get all about that, but yeah, and I think me and you on the same page with that, Tony Ron. I think we didn't talk about it. I don't think he snaked that man, bro. I think it was time to part ways.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
bro.
they had two different paths, two different
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
You could, but you
Right,
could see that from the gate. Like because I fuck with Jay Z. Is like right out the gate, you can see they two completely different people.
right,
When they came into the industry, they two completely different people. Somebody, I got a little
right.
echo. I don't know who it's from.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Somebody is
Somebody,
echoing, or they got a phone on.
It's like it's playing on two different devices.
you hear it?
Yeah, that's y'all shit. Hey, but no, what I was saying, like they two different people. So like, if we get in the game together and we all, and I don't want to harp on this, but we all millionaires and we all straight, and I slide off with my shit and I become a billionaire. Am I supposed to give y'all my money when all y'all fuck y'all bread up?
No.
That's a fact.
Oh,
Am
I'm
I
out of here.
supposed to let you take the company that is only successful because of my name, because of my work? Am I supposed to let you have that? I don't think so. I feel like you came in this with a certain amount of money. Your shit has quadrupled, probably 10 times what it was. It's time for us to all go our separate ways. This company, I built this. You know what I'm saying? Like this is off my pen, off my hard work. So I feel like I should keep the name.
Yeah.
And that's just the way I look at it. Like I feel like people who think that he snaked that man is the type of people who run around looking for handouts. But we'll get into that a whole other time.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But no, but back to like the starting point. Like there's something that I be looking at that goes on with a lot of people. We use the term snake like when it's beneficial to us type shit. To shit on somebody who probably ain't even a snake. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard a motherfucker like, hey, good, have you ever been in this situation right here? Where you talking to somebody and they think that they telling you like some grimy, underhanded shit that somebody else did. And as you listening, you thinking, damn, that was some real ass shit that nigga did. Like that was some real shit, nigga. What you talking about? Like,
yeah, bro. I definitely done heard motherfuckers telling a story and they thinking they saying some negative shit, and I'm thinking in my head like, where's the negativity? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, I look at them type of people a different way though, bro, because we look at life differently, bro. Like I just said, like I feel like some people subconsciously go through life looking for handouts, bro, looking for shit to be given to them and not earned. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that they even understand that they do that. So it's all in the mentality. But you know what I mean? Like Doc, you're a health professional. You feel what I'm saying, though? Doctor.
Oh, you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still, I struggle with this whole thing because it's funny because I used to always find it funny when people would be like, oh, my haters, I got all these haters. I used to always be looking like, why do people focus so much on like haters? Do you want people to hate on you? Like, I don't know. Like, why do you have haters, or are you just trying to do so much where you want negative attention so then you can say that you have haters? It's the same thing with the snake behavior. Some people, it's different reasons. Like some people, some people are insecure. Some people just underdeveloped. Some people ain't been raised right. So it'd be different reasons why people do different things, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you say people loosely use the term snake, I do think it's over applied sometimes based on somebody not knowing why somebody is doing something. Like behavior can always be seen as being snakish, but it really could be like that person just don't even know how to engage with people, or they just may not know that what they're doing is like weird or off, or sometimes it's just worth the conversation and being like, what made you say that, and processing something, and then seeing like it don't be no underhand stuff. They just maybe have an off perspective. Yeah. So yes, I do think it's over applied in some situations, but I do think when it really is that the situation, if you looking with through the right lens, you will see that it's definitely some underhand stuff going on. But I think we just got to be curious about why, and not even just curious. We can just sometimes ask somebody like, what did that mean, instead of just jumping to the conclusion that they're trying to snake us.
I think right now that's the ultimate relationship scapegoat for a lot of people. Like, and I'm not talking about just intimate relationships. I'm saying that's the ultimate relationship scapegoat where a nigga be like, man, that nigga's a snake. And then like, he kind of not though. You know what I mean? Like, the story you hear a lot of times, it be like, you call the motherfucker a snake, motherfucker ain't really a snake. And to what Glove was saying, I think I think one of the problems we got with people who have, this is my opinion, people who are always looking for handout type situations and shit like that. I think it's a part in our culture where everybody gathers around the same shit, and then it just becomes a normal thing. So like calling a nigga a snake is damn near for a lot of people, they relate to some shit. But then when you actually hear it, when you're a thinking person, or when you're a person that's on your own path, that got your own mindset, and then you listen to a nigga talk, it's like, man, that ain't no snake shit. Sometimes it do be snake shit, but sometimes it be the motherfucking snake telling you that a nigga a snake because they trying to scapegoat their own shit. You know what I mean?
And they trying to get rappies to have their same opinion that they have. They trying to get a motherfucker to ride with what they own and look at shit how they look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like I was saying earlier, bro. I just don't even see it like that, bro. Like, if you identify a motherfucker as a snake, you got a choice. You can get that nigga to fuck from around you or deal with that snake in your house.
And
Some people just, if you don't share the same opinion, or if you have your own viewpoint, they'll think like, oh, because you don't agree with me or you don't see it how I see it, like what you own something, or is you like they may think you're a snake just because you don't see things the way they see things.
Because we can't agree to disagree. Black people can't just agree to disagree. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. See something else, man.
Black people, we can't just agree to disagree though. What's up with that part of it? Because that's a lot of times, that's a big part of who we call snakes and why we call them snakes is because we just can't agree to disagree in a lot of situations.
We think we right. We got to be right.
Got to be right at all costs.
I'm just not agreeing with stupid stuff.
It's a way to push blame too, ain't it?
What you mean?
By not being able to disagree. I mean, it's a way to hassle about it. It's always a way to keep up commotion.
Explain, bro.
Huh?
Explain it. I'm listening.
I mean, cause like if we can never just disagree to say fuck it, it's over with. It is where it is. There's always a way to keep an argument going. Because I'm always believe I'm right and you always believe you're right, it's gonna forever be an argument about it. We ain't gonna never see, I mean, you know.
Because if the situation we could say we agree to disagree right now, and then when the situation come up again, you still didn't agree with that situation, so you still gonna have a problem with it. It's still gonna be weird. And then on top of that, now it just looks weird because we've had the conversation, we agreed to disagree. That didn't necessarily mean go back and do it again, but they do it. And it's just like what do you do with that happen?
It's still gonna be the same argument. Yeah. That's even if you told me that was the snake shit I did. We ain't gonna agree to disagree because I'm probably gonna do the same snake shit again, and you're gonna be looking at me like, damn, nigga, I told you that was the same shit, the same snake shit. But yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's because a snake is a snake. You can't teach a snake how to be a worm, my nigga. A snake gonna be a snake.
That's
it
for real.
It don't matter how much you explain to them the snake shit that they did. If they're a snake ass nigga, a snake gonna be a snake. You can't teach them how to be something else.
The thing is, in certain moments, is that a snake. Like
that's the thing.
Right. You know what I mean? So we all got our own agendas. We all, every man, if you're a grown adult man in the world, I don't give a fuck what race you is. If you're a grown adult man, you should be an alpha. So you should be on your own mission.
Yeah, but you
don't get started.
You might not see it as some snake shit.
Huh?
You might not see it as some snake shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should be on your own mission. So if I'm on my own mission, if what you do disrupt what I got to do and I got to end up stepping on you, do that make me a snake? Do that make me a snake?
Absolutely not.
No, not if I got to move you out my way, then no, that ain't.
It's all about it's all about how it's handled and then how the other person receive. And if the other person just don't receive it well, then that's all you can do. And they're gonna tell their version of events. And you're gonna have your version, whether you decide to tell it or not. But
that's
some people are just immature, like they underdeveloped. And so they may very well believe that they've been wronged. There's people that believe they've been wronged about stuff that it's not wrong. but they will believe it. And so if their perspective is skewed, or if they going off emotion, let's not even say, if they going off emotion, and so they receive a situation out of emotion, and it's not even really like that, but they may feel like you wrong them, but it's based on feeling, then yes, they believe it, and they're gonna tell it based on how they received it.
How they received it.
Like I
Exactly.
said, a lot of times motherfuckers feel like they've been snaked and feel like they've been wrong because they ain't come out on the winning end of a situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like some niggas, you know how like people grow up into I be saying this, but like people grow up in institutions. You know what I mean? Like I think our neighborhood is a fucking institution because
sure.
everybody from my neighborhood, them they got the same ways. So a lot of shit we believe in the same shit, even when we don't speak to each other. If I know it's on Glove mind, Glove might know it's on my mind in a certain situation. As soon as the situation unfolds, we know what each other thinking, even if we haven't been around each other in years, because it's kind of like an institutional thought. So
Is it
go
is
ahead.
it institutionalization, or is it just the culture in which we came up in?
But the culture is almost like it's institutionalization, ain't it? Ain't
Def-
culture?
Definitely programmed.
Yeah, it become programmed in you. So your
Okay.
neighborhood, so you right. So I guess we saying the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So now, no, so now what we look at as snakes, it probably motherfuckers from the other side of the street probably don't even see the same picture. Because I know some snakes, like I know some, in my opinion, I know some real solid individuals from my neighborhood that probably won't get no love because he never showed up a certain way or he never acted a certain way, but solid to the fucking core. And I know some niggas that's like some real snakes from my neighborhood that get love like a motherfucker and be doing dirty, backhanded, like underhanded shit all the time.
Because they popular.
They popular. You know what I mean? Like,
I had to get into a different area, guys. I think that was me that was staticking.
all right, we got you. That was short though. Some of it.
A lot of it, probably.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the next thing. It's kind of the same, I feel like, but I'm gonna go to it anyway. Are there folks looking to not be held accountable for their decisions that they don't make or the decisions that they do make based off what somebody else, based off what they wanted somebody else to be?
I think it's kind of the same thing, but I think basically what you're saying right there is like, hold on, say it again. Let me make sure my thoughts is correct.
All right, is it people out here that's like, let me get into this motherfucker again. Are there folks looking to not be held accountable for the decisions that they didn't make or the decision that they did make based off what we wanted somebody else to be?
A
And
lot of people
basically
don't
was
take accountability.
Right, and it's like you would rather blame the way someone else is or isn't, or something someone else did or didn't do for your lack of
Own up
accountability.
to what you did.
You know what I mean?
Can I ask how do, for instance, how do people accept accountability? Like, is it just saying, "Oh, my bad," or how do people accept accountability? Because I don't know if everybody
I'm
understand
gonna
that.
give you my version.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you my version. I was talking to
Okay.
Tianka about this the other day. We was talking about this. Everybody have thoughts that enter their head, right? Everybody have thoughts, and every thought that enter your head is not a good thought type shit. So you choose from your thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you choose the thought that's like a fucked up thought every time, what is that? Because that's the thing for me. Like it's kind of like you have the opportunity to to look at the good part of a situation. You have the opportunity to look at the bad part of the situation, and you can decide, and you can put it on the scale, and you can weigh it up, and you can say, "Man, I could have did this better, or I could have did that better." If you look at it and say, "I could have did this better," then you move towards a better action. But
Okay.
if you don't look at it and see that you did absolutely anything wrong, then 9 times out of 10, you're gonna choose towards the negative option anyway. But we all got the thoughts. We all got the You know what I mean?
But see,
Yeah.
I don't,
Everybody
I
always
don't
think
think
the
that.
worst first.
Huh?
I don't think. Go ahead.
No,
Nah,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
saying, like when in certain situations, people always the worst thing come to people's thoughts first. That be the first time. First thing sometimes people come to they think the worst of situations.
Some
Depending on the
people.
person.
Some people.
Depending on the person. Yeah.
And some people had a positive thought first.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Some people had a positive thought first.
I mean, I guess it's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? It's good and it's good and it's bad. You know, but like I don't feel like that right there. What you explained is taking accountability because I feel like that just depends on the person. Like if a person don't feel like he did nothing wrong, then he don't feel like there's nothing for him to take accountability for. You know what I mean? Now, if a person know he did something wrong and he still chooses to try to find a way to justify it, then that's not taking accountability. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But to answer her question, I feel like taking accountability is first
Stop.
finding remorse in it, and the best way to apologize to me is change behavior. Like if you did something, like say I did something to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you tell me about it, and I say, okay, well, you right, I did that. Yet I continue to keep doing it. That's not taking accountability, my nigga. You still doing it.
So you're looking to take accountability later on,
that is
later
No,
on.
It could.
I'm looking to like now. Let me go. Now this is what I look at as taking
Yeah.
accountability. Like okay, you tell me okay, well, Glass, you did this to me, do up the band, this and that, and I look at it like, damn, I really did do that. Hey, my bad. You know what I mean? That shit, woo woo. And from here on out, it won't happen again. That's
Okay.
me taking accountability and making up for what I did to you, or trying to find a way to make up for what I did to you. Like okay, well,
Right.
yeah, I did do that. So look, here go whatever. How let me fix this, and it won't happen again. You feel me?
Right. But
Mm-hmm.
before
Making sure it don't
I
happen again.
think taking accountability looks different from with everybody and in different situations, and a lot of people take accountability differently. Like some people when they tell you like just take the accountability and you have the conversation and you like, well, this where I messed up, or this is where I take my blame in the situation that's going on. And it's like I could say I'm gonna fix it, I could change it, this is what I'm not gonna do no more and stuff like that. But some people look at it like they want you to take the accountability right then and it's like something that they want you to do right then and there. So it's like they can never accept what you're saying or what you're doing because they want that action like right then and there. They don't want to give you the time to change it and stuff like that.
if
And so that's why I say it looks different from everybody and every angle of it.
if you're taking account, if you no bullshit, the truth.
you in and out, show.
You going in and out, y'all.
You in and
You
out.
going in and out.
I think it's all about just weighing that shit up, man. Because I don't think like if when a person's telling you to take accountability, that don't mean that it's time to take accountability in that moment, though. You know what I mean? Like just because you're going back and forth and you having a conversation and the motherfucker be like, man, you should take accountability. I still feel like you need the time to weigh out whatever is going on. I feel like you got to put it on the scale. I feel like you got to be able to put that shit on the scale and be able to say, am I really wrong or am I really right?
Actually,
Right.
Now, when that
You gotta
conversation come up, I
identify.
think people
You
know
gotta
when they
identify it
wrong.
yourself, though.
We as adults though, we know when something is wrong. I feel like even if it's an accident or if you did it by mistake, whatever you want to call it, after it's done and you look back on it, you know that you was wrong. And that's why a lot of people, when we adults, they look at like I shouldn't have to tell you what you did. Now, in some situations, yes, I would like for somebody to come and let me know if you feel if it's something that I just do not feel as if I was wrong in, like yeah, it should be a conversation had. Let me know where
So
you feel
so
like I was wrong at.
so
But
let me ask you this.
uh
So how is it that you can still say as adults can y'all hear me?
I
Yeah, go
hear you
ahead.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can we say as adults we know when something is wrong? It's wrong to me.
Exactly. I agree
Yeah.
with
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
I
What's
agree with
right
that.
to you might don't be what's right to me. You feel me?
Right.
So a conversation don't have to be had if y'all not now. Yeah, there's some things that a motherfucker doesn't know that. Oh yeah, you was out of order, and
Right.
to go to what you said earlier, like, okay, when taking accountability, okay, well, this is where I take blame at. What good is that if you're not going to fix the situation and not let it happen again? I feel like that's the actual
No,
taking
I agree with
accountability.
that part. I agree with
Absolutely.
that part. But that's why I was saying like it's different because some people don't accept it. Like they want you to show some type of action right then and there, and the fact that you can't, all I can give you is my words. I can give you like what's going to change, and I could try to show you at some point. But if you gonna keep on, you gonna keep bringing it up because it's like, how can I explain it?
Now, I get
Because
what
I
you're
it's a
think I
saying.
understand
I
what
situation in
you're
get
my
no,
head,
saying.
but I
I get
can't
what you're
like.
saying too.
I think I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying,
I
but
think
it's not. So say we get into an argument, right? And you somebody feel like they ain't wrong because sometimes people don't feel like they wrong. And so if you really, it goes back to communication. In that moment, to say, okay, acknowledge that I made you feel some type of way.
your
That could be
background
like
loud as hell, Richard.
I didn't mean to make you feel that kind of way, but this is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's a sense of taking accountability too. Because some people don't think they wrong. Some people just
Right.
see things one view. That's it.
So
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 if I don't think, my bad, go ahead, B-Wise. I'm sorry.
so I think a different perspective. One of the issues is it doesn't have to be a right or wrong. It's all about impact. And so sometimes it's not necessarily that you did something wrong, but you may have had an impact on somebody. And
Exactly.
so accountability is one acknowledging what that
That's what
person
I'm
is
saying.
saying that that you did or how they received what you did.
Mhm.
Just because somebody feel impacted also it don't necessarily mean that you did something wrong, but it may be how they received it. So one is
I agree with that.
acknowledging how they felt, how they
Right.
received it. It's not about owning up whether it was right or wrong. So owning it, acknowledging it, and then if there's an apology that's necessary, if there's understanding, it has to be processed. And so sometimes the apology is not an apology saying that you have wronged somebody. It's an apology about the way that you impacted them.
Yeah.
So
To
it's
Mhm.
not
For how
it's
them,
not
you,
I'm
you
sorry
know,
because
how
I'm
you made them
wrong.
feel.
It's I'm sorry that um it's
I
like
made you
I'm
feel
sorry
this
my
way.
actions caused that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm
Even if
okay,
sorry
it
I
wasn't
made
now
you
your
feel
intention.
that way.
let me
Right.
ask you this.
Those were the
So,
intentions.
say I do something to you, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm genuinely apologetic for the impact that it had on you, for the effect that it had on you, but I don't think I'm wrong. What stops me from doing it again?
Well,
In that situation, I personally feel like if that's the case, then you just shouldn't be around that person no
Yeah.
more. Or
Yeah.
if you
That's
don't
what you
agree,
said in
okay,
the
so how I can say it is like you agreed, like when they come to you about how you made them feel and you're apologizing for how you made them feel, but you don't feel like you was wrong. But if it made them feel this way, then you're apologizing for it. But if you don't agree with them, if you don't agree with either don't come around them with whatever you did, don't like in those situations it's like sometimes it's okay to apologize. If they go forgive you, and then y'all go y'all separate ways because it comes to a point where I understand that that's just who you are, but I ain't finna keep getting my feelings hurt because
Right.
that's who you are. That ain't what I
Right.
want. That's not what I'm agreeing
And
with.
then if you care about somebody,
Absolutely.
if you care about somebody and they telling you a certain action or situation made them feel a certain way, and you still feel like you didn't do nothing wrong, and you're gonna continue to do it, I agree. Don't be around that person because you're gonna trigger them.
It's the only
So don't.
option that you really have, though.
You do have options to not be around that.
Now I'm saying that's the only option that you really have is to get away from it. You know what I mean? Because
sometimes.
if you stay in it, you're gonna keep getting it.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Often, so for me in that situation, I say this right. I don't like when I feel like a motherfucker did some snake shit to me or around me, I don't say nothing because I feel like if you feed a snake food, all you do is make them healthy. You don't break them down. You know what I mean? So if you did some snake shit and I tell you, man, I feel like that's some snake shit you did. You don't stop being a motherfucking snake. You just change the way you deliver your motherfucking snake shit. Because if that's you, that's you. So if I tell you, if I tell you that shit, then I give you the opportunity to change your program with me and snake me more. But if I don't tell you and I let you be who you are, then I see you do that shit twice. Then I see you do that shit 3 times. Then I know how to deal with you for real. Like either I'm cutting this shit off completely, or you know what I mean? We deal with it how
I
I
mean,
gotta
but I
deal with
learned
it.
my lesson in that
I
type of
agree.
situation. I'm not giving you 3 times. The first time I might forgive you and we continue, but that second time it's over with. As now, where I've come to now, you don't get 3 times to fuck me over, and that's how I feel because it's like,
Fool me
if
once,
I
shame
seen
on
it
you.
twice, why do I think that you're gonna change the third time? You didn't change the first time. Like we had this conversation, we had this talk. Why give a person 3 chances to continue to do the same thing? And some people say some people change at yes, some people do grow up and they change, but some people don't. And
Yeah.
I'm not I can't continue to wait for somebody to change after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times of them showing me exactly who they are, even if it
Yeah.
was in different ways. You showed me one way the first time, and then you showed me the second way another time. Now I know who you are. You finna do this again, and you go do it a whole different way. So I'm done with it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's get to
Fool
the
me once,
comments a
shame
little
on
bit.
me. Fool me twice.
If you got if you got empathy for a person, you don't continue to do something to a person that you know makes them feel bad.
Exactly.
Means that accept the accountability and change that behavior for them.
I don't think that's nonsense.
I agree with that.
You do agree with it?
Yeah.
Hmm. When you care about somebody, you don't want to keep on hurting them. You shouldn't want to keep hurting them. That's what made people feel like you don't care. You don't
But
care.
see,
You have
but
no
see,
empathy. You have no emotion towards what it is that you're making me feel and stuff like that. It's like, why are you around? So
so but
what
then
she said, huh?
again, that goes to one of the I think the question that we on right now. Sometimes it ain't even that you did nothing. Like, I don't know, bro. This shit is slippery slope for me because sometimes the nigga don't even be done did nothing, bro. It
Hmm.
just be a person just in their ways and they want you to be a certain way because they how they is and you know what I'm saying. And now they got you apologizing and changing some shit that ain't even
Mhm.
a bad thing. You feel me?
And
So
then
that
if
shit's
you
slippery slope for me, bro. I ain't all that on.
No, cause
So
but I get
yeah,
that. I do get that part, but I do feel like, and this is just me, and everybody is different, and that's what I always got to tell myself. Everybody is not me or like me, but it comes to a point where like, dang, I just forgot what I was finna say. Hold on.
I do think like
Oh,
uh, to go off what Glove was saying, like, yeah, man, like sometimes you ain't even bad. A motherfucker is changing something that's in you that makes you you
yeah, that's what I
to
was gonna
survive
say.
this
But
feeling.
that's
You know what
okay.
I
So that's
mean?
what I was saying earlier, though. When it comes to that situation, like if you're not willing to change that, just be a real person and just walk away from that or let them know in that moment. That's the best time to let them know, like, I apologize for how it made you feel, but this is who I am and this is how I am. It might happen again, and it's
But
up to
see,
that person to decide on, do I
sometimes,
want to um do I want to take that sacrifice, or because when you in relationships, whether it's your family, your girl, a friend, whatever it is, it's like you come to what is the word I'm looking for? It's you come to understanding, or a
common
new.
ground.
It's a word I am looking for, and I cannot think of it.
Compromise.
Yeah, that when you
Like,
care about somebody, compromise, and it's like if you know this is hurting them, then just don't do it. Even if you feel like this just me, this who I am. Sometimes it's either you walk away or you compromise because they also have to, find some type of compromise as well. That's in
You
sometimes
know,
friendships
it,
and everything.
one thing I never like hearing is when people say I'm compromising myself because it makes no sense to me when you're trying to connect with or join let's say it's resources or emotional energy with another person for that to be a compromise of yourself when you're compromising to get to a we, not a self. That's always been weird to me.
Sometimes it don't even be that, bro. Sometimes a motherfucker be wanting you to change some shit about you to let them keep doing their bullshit.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Right.
Sometimes it ain't even about them just changing something. Sometimes the motherfuckers just be on bullshit and you calling it out or you seeing it and you're acting accordingly and they want you to stop that so they can continue to be on their bullshit.
And that's the snake.
So
And that's
sometimes,
and that's the snake. So that's the snake that's on the other side of what Glove was just saying. I feel like because so if I agree with what was just being said, if they say like, you know what I mean? Damn, I forgot how I just had that put in my motherfucking head. That's crazy. Apologize. But no, it's just like if the other side is trying to control you to the point where they're trying to make you be who they want you to be, and because you're not being who they want you to be, so you continue to be you, and they make you a snake. When the reality is they the snake. Because if we just
y'all just don't see eye to eye. It may not be a snake in the whole situation.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Sometimes accountability is a person who feels wrong or feels offended. Sometimes accountability got to be them understanding that their feelings are their feelings. It don't mean somebody did something to them. That's number one. And two is people do have to see people for who they are. And you have the option to either deal with them on a level that you have been revealed or cut them off. Nobody really has to change unless it's an established, agreed upon relationship. So like a dating relationship, a marriage, you know, kid, parent, child, like them closer, whoever you in your inner circle that you like, okay, we're going to come together and work to build a strong relationship. Those are the ones that you are really working to be like, okay, we may have to make some changes so that we can connect and grow and deepen a relationship. Everybody that else that's on the outside, don't nobody got to really change for you. Like you don't have to deal with people on no level, literally. And so, and I'll use an example because being somebody, I consider myself an intellect. That means it's certain circles I probably won't be intellectual in just because I get side-eyed. Now, does that mean that I should expect people to be an intellect? No, it probably means that I'm just going to be quiet and not do the things that I do in other circles. I compartmentalize, so I know how to be like, okay, in this group or with this person, I fuck with people however the relationship is, because it ain't about somebody. You know, I might not agree. I don't agree with black people using the word nigga.
I don't.
But I'm not every day correcting people. People ain't got to see it the way I do. I hate black people use nigga. I want to dead that shit. When Nas had a funeral for the word nigga, I was like, yes, can we bury that shit? But most black people love.
I totally disagree.
You know what I'm saying? So who am I to be like, y'all need to get? Yeah, I would love to scream from the fucking mountaintop. But
I totally disagree.
Do you
if I'm in a situation where everybody around me tossing the word around, oh well.
Hey Bianca, if you in a situation, right, and you feel like, so you as an intellect, you got jewels and you could put some down right now, but if you feel like these ain't the people for it, or this ain't the conversation, do you miss out on something, or do you like lose something by just saying like fuck it, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna slide away from this shit and get away from it and not put what you got to put into it. No, even though it might be needed.
If I have jewels, if I can't put it down, that's your loss, fam. That's a jewel you missed out on. I got the fucking jewel.
But is it that you can't put it down, or if you read the room and the room say you can't put it down, so you don't?
Yeah, depending on the reason. Are you gonna receive it? If it's a waste of my fucking energy, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
No,
I've
been
there and done that. If you are not going to utilize the information, I'm not putting it down. Now, it's been sometimes like some will come up in a conversation. I'll just start kicking shit. And then I'll look around and motherfuckers be side at me like, there she go. And I'll be like, oh, let me shut up. I will shut up. Because I don't have, you're not obligated to listen to what I got to say. And I'm not insecure to feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like Eddie, yes, that's their laws. That's your laws, fam. I don't.
So my thing is, I always say I ain't talking to people who I can't talk to. I 100% agree. If I can't talk to you, I ain't gonna waste my time trying to talk to you. I can put a little bit on the floor and we can start a conversation. But if we can't have a solid conversation as 2 people or 3 people or 4 people, then I don't want to have a conversation at all. I'm mad at it.
But what if you only get that read from 2 people and it's 4 people in the room? It's like somebody could possibly take that message. So it's like it's not always a waste of time to say something. Sometimes it's like the person you talking to might not actually receive the message, but the person behind them heard everything you said, and it's like somehow, some way
They
it
better be
connected
nodding.
or it hit them, and like it's not always. I don't feel like just because you read the room and like you feel like some people think you finna say too much or talk, because I've had that problem. I've been that person where it's like I don't want to say something because like either the way everybody is looking, I'm feeling like this might come off dumb, or some people not gonna take what I say. But then like the older I got, I've realized like I I didn't talk to who I didn't get to who I was talking to, but somebody heard me, and it always show up. It shows like, so I can't always just sit and be quiet. When I got something to say, I gotta say it.
If I peep that somebody is catching it, I'll literally stop talking to that person and start talking to the person who look like they're catching it. If I don't see nobody catching it, if it don't seem like nobody interested, I'm literally gonna shut up, and I'm not gonna be offended. Some people will feel offended, like, oh, ain't nobody trying to hit it. Like nobody wrong because they not listening. Nobody's obligated to listen to you.
Hey, you'll literally be at a family event and you be talking to the same person through the whole fucking event, and everybody be looking at y'all like the motherfuckers ain't left each other since they got here. It's the only motherfucker I could talk to. Shit, I don't want to talk to you if I can't talk to you. So
well, not necessarily. Just because people not thinking on the same level as you on certain situations, that don't mean that on other situations they thinking different. So it just depends on what you're talking about. Nobody's going to, if somebody's talking just like us talking, we all ain't thinking the same thing. We all got our different opinions or whatever. That don't mean we're going to stop talking to each other. If some people catch it, they do. If they don't, they just don't. But that ain't going to shut me up from saying how I feel or what I know about that situation. So, I'm never going to do that.
So right now, it don't matter if we disagree or agree right now. We are listening.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So what I'm saying, when you're around somebody that you know not listening, like to me, and this might be a me thing, but I get so fucking frustrated if I'm talking to somebody directly and I can see that they ain't listening to me.
Why? Why get offended?
Because if we having a conversation, so you said everything that you need to say to me, and now we ain't arguing, we not even debating, we just having a conversation, and you said everything that you need to say. Now that I'm talking back to you, now it's kind of like you frustrated with what I'm saying, or you agitated, but you're not saying nothing, you just showing signs. That bugs the hell out of me for some reason. I don't know if I'm wrong or not for that, but that bugs me. You know what I mean?
It's not wrong, but it's
everybody got their pet peeves. Everybody got their feelings about certain things. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
but if you feel like somebody ain't getting your point or understanding the conversation, just politely exit the conversation.
I spin mid-sentence. As soon as I see what I'm spinning mid-sentence. Disrespectfully as hell. No. With all disrespect.
Disrespectfully though. Why?
I like disrespect.
Come on now, Glove.
I love disrespect.
Everybody disrespectfully.
Hold on. Let me demonstrate my thought.
Some people got ADD. And they might be following the goddamn shiny light somewhere. You gotta be like, it's because I do that. I will do that and zone off mid conversation. I gotta bring myself.
My sister do that.
I literally will go into.
We just talked about that earlier.
While somebody's talking to me, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but you can call it out and be like, because I might have my guy friend do that. He know exactly when I zone out. He be like, you ain't listening. I'm done talking. I'm like, oh no. What you say? And he won't repeat it. He will not repeat it. And I be like, stop doing that. And
I feel him on that. I feel him.
But what it makes me do is make me want to be intentional about listening. But sometimes I just be zoning out. Ain't nothing personal to you. That's why everybody don't have to handle stuff out of their emotion. Like, I'm gonna disrespect you. You disrespect me.
Exactly.
Some stuff ain't about you. Some stuff it be internal.
It's still a form. Like even with what you just said,
Ain't nobody said nothing
it's
about it being emotional or
nah,
like no.
because
I'm
even with
just
what
gonna
you said,
speak.
I still think it's a form of disrespect. Like but
By
you
zoning
gotta
out.
know you. You gotta know you though. You gotta know you to understand that you zones out and be comfortable with knowing
Yes.
that you zone out. Because if you just having a conversation with somebody and you zone out, and a person don't know you personally to say what that zone out mean, it's kind of like, damn.
That's why
You know what I mean?
communication is
It'll
important.
throw a person.
You can just
Man,
call it out.
the zoned out people are like 1% of the population, my nigga. Every
Oh, where
motherfucker
you
else
get
can
that
do that shit.
statistic from?
Yeah.
I don't know
Is
if
I'm
that's
ever
true.
gonna be able to demonstrate my thought?
Did you just pull a
Can
statistic
I
out your
please
head?
demonstrate my thought? You know what? Go right ahead. Me and Sydney. See that?
Shit.
Bingo.
I'm just trying to figure out where
Shit.
1% come from. Did you Google it? It's a lot of people with ADD. Like 1% is crazy.
Yeah, I
don't know.
think I got ADD. I
Yeah, we
might.
all got a form of it. We all got a form of
Because
it.
the
It don't.
society definitely with all the
Yeah,
social media, everything is quick.
The
Pop
older I
quick,
got, the
pop,
worse
click,
it got.
pop,
I can't
5 second
I could
concentrate
be
video.
on the
on
phone
something too
talking
long.
to somebody and
But it
then just be trying to do something else, and I'll be like, "That's crazy," but I didn't even hear what they said. But I just heard
I'm
some of it,
watching
and
a
I'm like,
video
"That's
or something.
crazy."
so it so can that also be considered selective ADD?
Yep,
Because
I
I
think
pay
so.
attention to shit I want to pay attention to.
Man,
No, I wouldn't
y'all
say
can
that.
call all that shit all y'all want to, but it's like
No.
it's a certain etiquette when you communicating that
I
you
agree.
just keep. You know what I mean?
Bingo.
Sometimes even if
Bingo.
just because you zone out don't give you the right. You know what I mean? Sometimes if me and you talking and you zone out, that means what I'm saying to you is not interested in you.
That's not
So you
true.
don't have to just walk away from and it might not be true, but that's what I'm gonna think. Like because you're not just
That's
telling
your
me, you're not
fault
just
though.
giving
That's
it
your
to me and
feeling.
just letting me slide. You know what I mean? You can because it's a moment where you can give me something and just let me slide on off to the next thing. But you standing in front of me and
Nah.
just like, you know
See,
what I
this
I
might
mean?
be
mean,
a
it's a
perfect.
real
That
thing,
shit
and
is
you can
It's a
true.
either
perfect
That
example,
choose.
shit
y'all.
is true, Tony. Fuck all that. That shit
Yeah,
is
no,
true.
listen, but
If it's something that's interesting to you, a motherfucker's gonna listen and give you their undivided attention, bro.
That's not
I
true.
don't.
But
I
that's
don't
not okay. So listen, my sister does it. She did it earlier today. She'll keep asking you what you just said. She's not purposely zoning out, but she'll zone out and won't realize it, and then she'll come back like what you just said.
And it's
Now,
literally
me knowing that I could either choose to repeat myself 3 more times to her, or I could choose to tell her I'm not repeating myself. It's over with. We're done with the conversation. Which sometimes I do give up, and I
Hey,
won't.
what the chat say? Somebody said
Hold
something in the
on.
chat.
So she got a good one right here too, man.
this is a perfect example of this whole snake and being feeling wronged.
Yeah.
And should a person apologize? So a person can
Control, dumbass.
apologize for zoning out, but it don't mean that they did you wrong because they zoned out. If it's something that's a part of their brain, it's literally a trauma response. But I'm not gonna go that deep with it. But some people literally cannot focus, and in a moment, a thought can just grab their attention. It happens so quick they don't realize they zoned out. That's not personal to you.
Is the
So
person
to take it offensive, that's how their brain operate. That's really
Yeah.
a you problem though.
So listen,
That you're taking it offensive.
so listen to this, right? Is the person that's having a conversation with a person and just like looking at a person while they talking and getting to their shit that's being ignored right in their face? That's the person that's having a trauma reaction to a person that's just zoned out and don't hear them at all while they talking and just
You can just call it out.
that's a
I mean,
trauma
that's why
reaction.
communication is so important.
Because
You
it
can just be
seemed kind of like the other side is a trauma reaction. You know what I mean? The zone out.
the offense is a trauma reaction too. Let's talk about it. Because if somebody's zone out while I'm talking to them, I'm gonna probably snap my finger like I lost you there, and they be like, "Oh my bad." Why would I get offended because you zoned out? That don't
Right?
have
Because I'm thinking
that's how your
about putting on
brain
the
works.
TV right now while we
That is
talking.
your brain.
I don't know. I
That's
don't
your
know
brain.
what I'm losing right now because I feel like
I wouldn't get
again, I just
offended
feel
about
like
it.
it's an etiquette.
I see what you're saying though.
I just feel like it's an etiquette. I know I don't want to make this a gender thing, but I know amongst men, I want your eyes on my eyes. You know what I mean? 90% of our conversation, I want your eyes on my eyes when I'm talking to
What
you.
about you
When
on
I
the
say,
phone? What
but
about
I'm
the telephone call?
but I'm not talking about on the phone because you can't see or know. I'm just
That's
saying
so
when you, it's just a certain etiquette for us as men when we in each other's presence, when we talking to each other, when we speaking to each other. It's like it's like a level of solidarity. It means something to us when we talking to each other and we focus on what each other's saying. So sometimes maybe it's a different thing. I don't know, but when you communicate, you want to know that the same way you accept everything that was communicated to you, right? In that moment, you want to know that the shit that you saying is being communicated, that the other person is accepting.
So
accepting it too.
expecting somebody to be exactly like you. Everybody's brain don't operate the same.
Exactly.
No, it's not. No, it's not expecting the. Go ahead.
Yes,
My bad.
just because you
No,
compare something
she's
very
right
well,
though. You can't.
I
it doesn't
agree.
mean
No
everybody
two
makes sense
individuals'
like that.
mental sync that way.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I done had conversations with people who sitting in their phones while we are talking, but acknowledge the conversation as we are having a conversation type shit. I done seen motherfuckers that be in a whole nother zone or a whole nother world that just let you know certain shit or keep you aware and make sure that you're aware. It's kind of like with certain people, not all people, but with certain people, when you're around certain people, they protect you at all times. They protect because they know you. Like if I know you zoned out and I know that that's a thing, then it don't mean nothing to me. But and if I see you in a situation and I see you zone out, I might, as a friend, I might interrupt and bring you back because I see you going somewhere else. You know what I mean? But when I don't know that and we having a solid conversation, it just feel away. It don't mean that you got to be it don't mean that you angry. It don't mean you having a like a flip out or nothing like that. You just feel a certain way. Like, man, I'm sitting here talking to a motherfucking wall.
Well,
That's
just
just a
speak on
thought
it.
that a nigga had, huh?
Just speak on it. They probably don't even know they zoned out until you be like, bro, I lost you. Like,
yeah.
bring them back.
And don't it depend on the conversation too? Like if it's something deep, then okay, I see that. You want to look at each other
It
in the
does not
eye.
always depend on the conversation.
But if
Some
you just
people
talking
zone out 'cause they
random,
going through
then
some shit.
no.
Some people
Other people got other stuff
So
on
you
their
must not be
mind.
talking about shit. That's the way I take it. Like
Yeah.
you just ain't a motherfucker feel like you
There you
just
go.
talking about shit.
If you ain't
Like
talking
you
about some
said,
shit, it's not important to
like
be
you said,
looking
it's
at
an
somebody's
etiquette
eyes
thing,
or
bro.
nothing like that.
It's an etiquette thing, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you ain't hearing me, then spin. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like you ain't hearing me, I'ma spin. It ain't got nothing to do with no emotions and none of that shit. If I'm talking, I'm not gonna waste my energy, waste my breath to talk to you. If I'm talking, you ain't paying no attention. Whether you zoned out, whether you got ADHD, whether you whatever, I'ma spin. If you feel disrespected about me walking off mid sentence,
So Glove,
that's a you thing.
you just gonna exit like boom, like
Spin. Bro, spin. You gonna come from out of that zone out like, where the fuck you going? Oh, see, you gonna come from out of that zone out looking for me. What the fuck? What gloves this right here? Yeah, I'm gone. That's it.
that's funny.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk to somebody who's gonna listen.
That's why, like when I started, that's why I say I can come to the motherfucking family event or the party, and I could be standing in one spot, then they're talking to one person the whole time. If the conversation interested, and if it's just cool, if it is what it is, it is what it is. I don't gotta have no other conversations. I ain't gotta go
make
through
your
no other shit.
rounds.
Because my mind
Make
works.
your
I'm
rounds.
gonna
Make your
make my
rounds.
I
rounds.
mean, because
I'm
there's
not
been a
saying
few
not make
times
my
where
rounds.
I have zoned out and I come back too, and I'll just continue to agree with what I heard last. And they don't know that I
Motherfuckers
zoned
be like,
out a
what
little
you
bit at the
agreeing with?
beginning.
You
That's
gonna
What
do
that
what you
terrible.
mean?
agreeing with.
Is that rude?
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
extremely. Because I'll
That's
flip the whole
disgusting.
conversation just to see
If
if
you
you
didn't
keep
catch it, that's
agreeing.
your fault.
Yeah, fucking be like, just
Nah,
go
cause
ahead,
I
yo.
mean
You right,
I'm
you
gonna
right.
catch on. I'm gonna catch back on. It's not like because it's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. It'd be a lot going on in my head, and sometimes you will say something and it'll trigger it to where I'm thinking in my head like, okay, because I'm thinking about another situation, and dang, was I wrong for that? And could this be da da da? So now I'm having a conversation in my own head, and I just need to come back to, and sometimes I come back,
And it was
and
triggered
you,
by the conversation you're having. So
yeah,
actually,
and because I'm not trying to be rude, I'm gonna
And that's when you
continue to
acknowledge
listen,
that. And
huh?
that's when you acknowledge that. That's when you acknowledge that. That's when you say, you just made me think about blah, da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? But if to just stand there and to just purposely or unintentionally not be listening to it, I'm gone. Ain't nothing
Yeah,
personal.
I
I
see
know
what you
how I'm
saying,
feeling.
Glove, on that one. I see if you saying like somebody ignoring you or
Well, yeah,
I
just
can see
plain
that.
ignoring you,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, know how I'm feeling. Hey,
I
I
can
ain't talking
see
about
But
that.
I
Like
nothing.
be
you just
trying to
zoning out.
listen. So I be trying to listen, which is why I sometimes like say something or I'll speak or like, because I'm not purposely trying to not hear you. So I'm gonna engage in some way, whether I'm like shaking my head a little bit or I'm agreeing okay here and there, but
Like
like
that's crazy. You ain't even hear
yeah,
what they
because
said.
it's really
Yeah,
I'm really
yeah,
not trying
son.
to be
Shit crazy as
rude.
hell.
So as you, that's crazy. What I just say? What I
No,
just say?
listen.
Uh,
On
What I say?
everything. Let me get that up at you. Let me
What
get
I
that.
just say?
But listen,
Bro.
this what I think though. I think if you zoned out, it's cool, right? But just because the person have a reaction in their mind, it don't mean you can't like just fix it neither though. I'm not saying you can't say, man, I zoned out or whatever, however. But if you just zone out, a motherfucker have a reaction in their mind and then you take it personal or you walk off like, what was that? That's the part that I be getting lost at. What was that? Because you still
So
in the conversation. So if you zone out and you
so
tell me, man, I just zoned out, I ain't heard shit you say, I can accept that. I'm
Oh, bro.
100% fine with that. But if you just zone out and just like do what internet just said she'll do, you start agreeing with some shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck did I just say?
No, shit.
okay,
No
well, Brianna
bullshit.
do it too. That and she said she want
Look, now
she
you
want to
tell it.
fix.
Oh,
You
come
tell
on,
it,
man.
man.
Now
That's
you
a whole
tell
nother
it.
topic, man. That's a whole
Oh,
nother conversation.
man. Come on, Netta.
No, look, for real. I zoned out sometimes.
Shit.
It depends on who's talking to me sometimes. Because if I
Yep.
know 50% or not even 50,
Who
like
was that?
80% of our
That's Bree.
conversations sound like
Oh,
bullshit, I ain't gonna want to listen to nothing else you really gotta say sometimes. Like you can sit there and have a conversation with me. And if I know half the time you don't be talking about nothing, I zone out and go somewhere else. And then when you say something that I like,
That's interesting.
that's interesting,
Can't
I
catch
came
you.
back home to the
That's
conversation.
crazy, though.
I
What
go,
hey,
what
That's
what what about
wild.
can people have a couple thoughts in their head and still pay attention? Like I'm paying
but no,
attention
okay,
now.
and I also think
I'm
it's
paying
the
attention
trauma
now, and then
response.
I'm thinking in my head like I need to go and start my dinner, but I'm
It's
still listening.
it could
But
be
I'm
but
still
you're
something
thinking about
about
what I
engaged
need to
though.
do.
yeah.
You're
You're
engaged in the
engaged in the
conversation.
conversation though.
Right. That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
engaging.
I think you could
Right,
be
so
in
you
your
good.
phone. I think you could be looking in your phone, talking to somebody, and still engage in the conversation. I think it's just a certain energy that
that's
some
if
people
you're
give that lets you know
multi-talented.
that
Yeah,
they
I
Yeah,
can't
you can
Yeah,
engaged.
I
multitask.
multitask.
I
might.
can't
You're
multitask.
right.
You can definitely
So if I'm
multitask.
going through my phone, then you might as well say the conversation was a bore from the beginning. Because me knowing that I cannot multitask, there is no way that I should be watching videos while you're talking to me
Not at
Bro, I
or
all.
can
reading a
though.
status
I
while
can
you're
though.
talking to me.
I absolutely
Yeah.
can.
And
You're
I
right.
can multitask. I can walk and chew
I
bubble gum.
Me,
absolutely
Me
can do
too.
it.
I know for me, I know I
Absolutely
can't
can.
multitask. So whenever I walk into a room, I always talk to everybody that I don't really connect with well, and then I go and find the person that I do connect with well, and then that way it doesn't look so weird
Hmm.
when when I start daydreaming and they talking about some shit I ain't trying to hear.
Everybody
That's
Who
the
just
welcome
zoned out?
Osiris to the show.
Guess who
huh?
just zoned out?
Osiris. I see the motherfucking the
The
warrior
glorious
hat you
best.
got on. Yeah, this nigga got the hat and everything. Come on,
I
Osiris.
told you, man. I've been wanting to pop out with this for a minute, man.
Your
Hey,
sample
guess
was
who
tough.
just zoned out though? You heard me wrong?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
We all just zoned out because we is not even talking about what we started just talking about, bro. We
We
talking
not,
about
bro. We not, bro. I swear to God, we having a whole nother conversation. Let's get back to it. I'm gonna skip past the line right quick. Can you yourself be called a snake depending on who's telling who's telling the story?
of
Yeah,
course.
Yeah,
Of
because you could
course.
be a villain in somebody else's story. You can always
Bingo.
be a villain in somebody else's story, but ain't no telling what you is in their story. So
Especially a motherfucker who don't want to see the villain in themselves. You always gonna be the villain in their story.
yeah,
and in a
Yeah.
person's story who don't want to take the accountability, take their accountability in something. You're automatically in the wrong, and you're automatically look like a snake because you gave off the same energy that they was already giving you. And I feel like, because yeah, I've had situations, and I feel like it's a few old friends that's probably to this day calling me the villain in their story or looking at me like I'm the person that did something, when in reality if they felt snaked out, it's because I got tired of a person playing in my face. So I just gave that energy. I gave them the shoulder like they was giving me. And now
you
I'm the
gave them a
snake.
taste
I'm
of
the
their own
bad guy.
medicine.
And in those stories, I'm okay with that because I know the real story. The people that's close to me, around me, we all know the real story because it's certain people that I'm such a sweet person in real life. Like I could be mean, but I'm such a sweet person that the people around me know exactly how I am. So when I'm telling them a story, they know where the bullshit is at and they know where the truth is at. And they know where I went wrong at. And my sister's gonna be the ones to tell me like, well, you was wrong for this. But like when it comes to my friends and stuff, my sisters always see like where they was doing something wrong, and my sisters will be telling me, you need to do this, or you need to start treating them like that. And for a long time I won't. So when I finally snap into play and I start treating you how you treating me, I become the bad guy. And I'm okay with that.
Hey, this is
And
something
then
I
I don't
hate,
like how
man.
the snake thing is a little different. That's like somebody trying to sleep with your man, somebody trying to backdoor you. I don't know if snake is what. I don't know if the snake is used
Yeah,
in the right
so
content.
this what this something right here, right? So because this is something that I hate to the core, and maybe I'm wrong about it, so y'all can tell me. I
We
hate
will.
when it's when it's people when it's people around people. So you know how you got the people you love and you got people that you love around the people you love. So you have a situation with one person that you got love for, but that person is around other people that you got love for, but you ain't around because you be on a mission, right? You got your own mission of life that you live in. But this other person or these other people is around the people that you love the most. You know what I mean? And they always giving those people fuck shit about you, but you don't know that these stories is even being put on the
Yeah.
flow. So they listening to shit or they agreeing with shit and they judging you based off of shit that you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know the conversation is going on. One person could say something to the other person. They could just let you know, like, man, this was said to me or that was said to me. They don't say shit though. They just go with the flow. I hate that shit.
Like a backstabber.
Yeah,
Them ain't your people.
them ain't your people.
Well, why should they come back and tell you though?
Why
So
would
Huh?
they? Why
Why
would
should they
people
come back
feel
and tell you?
comfortable with talking to them about you, and they know that you they people?
so
No, I'm
I
just
feel, go ahead. What you about to
all right.
say?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
because I'm about to. I know I'm about to agree with you when you said why should they come back and tell you. Go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead.
So it's two parts to what you said. Okay, if somebody is trash talking you to somebody that fuck with you or love you or whatever, but this person is talking, they fuck with that person too and they love them or whatever. If they start treating you based on what that person is saying, yes, now that's you moving into snake territory.
Uh-huh.
However, if they just want to remain neutral, I don't got shit to do with y'all. What you talking about? You could just be venting. You could just be having whatever your experience was. That ain't my experience. I don't
But
got
in
shit
that
to do with
moment,
that.
but
So
I've
I'm
learned
not
in
about to
those type
do
of
it. I'm not about to get
situations,
feedback, and I'm not about to go because I feel like
yeah.
that's shit starting when people go back and repeat shit. If you're not
But
repeating
the
it,
way to keep it from even needing to be something that you have to take back in the conversation. If I love both of y'all, and it's like you're having that situation with this person, I don't want to be in it, and you're trash talk. Now it's one thing to vent and let me know like how they did this to me, and this is how I feel, and it's like if it's some resolving in that, and I love both of y'all, then yeah, I'll try to come and resolve it. I ain't telling you what the last person said, but hey, you and this person need to
We
talk
need
and
to
have a
talk.
conversation.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
I'm not gonna sit and let one person that I love trash talk the other person that I love because I don't want to be in that. And you ain't go say, well,
Hey,
But
Snare heard it
but
and
you
I should
won't
let
you
her
Yeah.
talk
won't be
about you or
you
this.
won't
I'm not
be
doing that.
you won't be in it if you're not partaking. But if the person's
Right.
venting to
So
you,
if
you're
I'm
just
not
there as a
agreeing with this
mediator.
conversation, I'm ending it. I don't want to talk to you about it.
listen, because I need
So
context.
look, so
If you
look, right?
go ahead,
No, bad. Go ahead. Go ahead, son. My bad.
no,
I
go
ain't-
ahead. I can hold on. I got you. Go ahead.
What I'm gonna say is, if we are mutual friends, don't tell me if you don't want him to hear it. Because I ain't the type of
I
nigga
agree.
that's gonna sit around and talk about him behind him and then go around him and talk about him behind him. Y'all need to have this conversation. So I'm putting that shit on the floor. Don't tell me about it.
I agree
And
with
I
that.
might tell you that right then and there. I might tell you that right then and there. As soon as you get too deep into all that, Tony Rome said, well, he did. Hey, look, go talk to Tony Rome about that.
Yeah.
Cause
So
I'm
you
finna
ain't
tell
never,
you.
so you never sat with one of your partners and he said, "Man, you know, so and so be doing that weak ass shit," and y'all both acknowledge that both of y'all is his friend, but he does some weak shit. That's not talking about him.
And I'm gonna
That
go tell
is
that
still
friend and
talking
do that
about him.
weekend. It's
Especially
definitely
if you
talking
have
about
already
it.
That's
told him to
talking
his
about that's
face.
because you're having a
So
conversation with
If
somebody and you just
everybody
said
knows
that.
that this dude's about weak ass shit, all
That's
y'all
Right,
doing is
fine. But if
speaking
that's
about
your
shit y'all
friend,
don't already
but
spoke
listen though,
about.
Richie, if
right.
that's your friend and you know he weird, he know he weird. These people, all
Now, I
y'all
just,
agree that he weird. Instead of talking about it to the other person, because regardless, it's talking about it.
but,
Go to the weird person who you think is weird. And, hey, I feel like you did some weird shit.
Yeah,
Like
it's probably
you,
been said.
because we grown.
but,
If you
but
grown,
wait,
you go to that person and you
You
let
weird,
them
you
know
weird.
what they did, how they did it. This is how you made me feel in it. Have that conversation with them. Once you
Hmm.
take it to the other person, whether it's a person that y'all got a mutual, a person that's just your people, and it's talking about them. You
that's what I
I
said. As
think
long as
I think
as
you
long as
guys
the
are.
conversation is in hand, as long as the topic is on the flow, then yeah, okay. Now we've already discussed it. Then it's on the flow, but it's not gonna be no new information like a motherfucker. No,
I think
that's what I'm saying.
So it's
I
one thing
think it's
to
the
it's
weight.
one thing
I
to
think it's
just
the
be
weight of the
gossiping and
situation.
clowning somebody, but venting to somebody is not the same thing. First of all,
Right.
if I'm venting to you, I feel like you are a confidant. If you go back and run your mouth, I probably hit you with that motherfucker. Because what is you?
Right.
The fake? You're
Right.
the fake motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm not fake
Right.
because I'm venting to
I
you
agree.
about a
Well, not
situation.
necessarily.
that's
I
true
think like
too.
if
But I
somebody, if
think
you like, say for instance, you got something to say
no,
about me. Aren't you grown enough? If you see me to say the same thing you telling this person, to
Right.
say it
bingo,
to their face.
bingo.
That
Bottom
part.
Why
line,
the fuck
let's
you
not
gonna hit?
run back
Why
and
you
talk
gonna hit me
about
in my shit? Why you ain't hit them?
So
Go
exactly.
tell them.
Tell why
so
the same thing you
And
telling
in that
me.
situation, if
sometimes
I
Exactly.
feel the same
Tell
way
sometimes
the
that
other
person to their
person
face.
sometimes
feels,
sometimes you might, okay, so let's say a situation happened and you pissed off. It ain't always good to address somebody when you pissed off. You
Right.
actually
Thank you.
that's
might need
true.
that third person to, one, you might need to run down to get a different perspective. You might need to do it to where you can calm down and then come back to that person to have a conversation. Sometimes
But
in your
But you
emotions.
still
he
are
didn't say
preparing
Vincent
to
though, B
go and
y'all.
have the cop. But
He didn't
that's
say
still, you're still
he didn't say
preparing.
Vincent though. So y'all putting y'all own words in. He didn't say Vincent. He said talking shit about.
Right.
I said
He
I
didn't
said
say Vincent.
I
so.
said venting.
This my side of
Vincent
it,
is
right?
different. But
This
as
my
long
side
as
of it.
you plan on
I
going
think it's,
back and having that conversation with the
listen.
person.
This is what I
Not
think.
necessarily. You may just need support in that moment,
Let
and
me
that's
let me let me
okay. And
let
I've
me
been
say this.
vented to by a lot of people. Ain't nobody, don't nobody know shit. So
Let me say
everybody
this.
that try to like make it seem like they don't vent, y'all lying. Everybody
I
vent to
think I
somebody.
think
It don't mean
I
But
that you
feel
and
I
like this
agree.
anything
trash
that I
talk
vent
I
or say to
agree.
somebody,
That's
I can say
true.
it to their
because
face.
I
So it's
do
not
agree.
like I'm talking about them behind their back.
But I
Period.
because
I
It don't
think
me,
it's
matter
the
That's
if
what
I
I'm
tell
saying.
this person that or whoever the case may be. Even if I'm
Hey,
venting to you, this is the
I,
same things I would
nah
say to this person. So
But
if you
that's
go back and
where
say,
the
nah.
"Oh
line
well,
Nah.
she
comes
said this
between
and
I
that's
don't.
when she
venting
feel this certain
and
way
talking
about you,"
stuff about
then
somebody.
I will. Yes, I did say that. I'm okay with saying that I said that.
right,
Venting or talking shit, whatever
Right,
the case may be.
right.
I'm
right.
grown as hell. I'm going to say what I said. Yes, I did say that, and that's just
If
it.
I need to vent to you about it, the next person I'm gonna talk to
But
about it is the motherfucker who I got the problem with.
That's what I'm
but I
Exactly.
will say
saying.
this. Sometimes I may not say what I was saying when I was venting about the person because I came to that other person in confidence before I made that next step.
That's
Like if I
That's
come to
cool.
my boy and say, "Oh, I was about to punch the dog shit out of him," and he'll say, "Well, Richie, you might not know that night when this happened, so and so, so and this, and I missed that." Now, if he run back and say, "Yeah, Richie said he gonna punch the shit out of you," that's the snake.
Yeah,
Now,
no,
now,
that's true.
now, I kind of agree
That's
with that,
true.
Richie. But I'm gonna say this right here too, though. I think it's all about the weight of what you're talking about too, though.
Yeah,
Because I've
context
absolutely,
matters.
I've
And who you talking
absolutely had
about?
moments, right? I've absolutely had moments where I've had niggas vent to me about other shit, other people. I've had moments where I've vented. But if your vent to me is that you finna do harm to a nigga, or you finna do something to hurt somebody that I got love for, that I care about, if your vent right now is like against this person's well-being, now you got a problem. But if you just
I
venting,
agree.
or if you just talking shit, and what you talking about, I know it ain't about nothing. I'm not replaying that to nobody. I'm not
Yeah,
replaying. I'm not replaying it. I'm not taking it back to nobody because I don't feel like it need to be.
cause
You know what I mean?
whenever my friends say, "Oh yeah, yeah, man, I was gonna do so and so this," I'm like, "Y'all still cool? That's my boy." But I'm like, "Y'all know we got the gloves here, right? What you doing?" And when you say when it ain't about nothing, then we move on. But I ain't gonna be going and talking shit back and
Man,
forth
if
like
you got
that.
to,
Some weirdo shit.
if you got to go tell another motherfucker that you was finna do something to another motherfucker 10 times out of 10, you weren't finna do shit.
You weren't finna
Shut
do
your
that
ass
shit.
up.
But now we
Facts.
all aware.
You
You know
ain't
what I
gonna do
mean?
that.
Now we all aware because if you bring that kind of energy to me about somebody that I care about,
But we are all
I'm telling
people,
that I ain't
and we
pushing that.
all know that in the way that you bring a situation to one person, if they're going to take it and to go to that other person, they're not gonna go to them nice. They're gonna say it exactly how you came to them. So your best bet to keep it from being an issue when you talking to that other person, let them know what the conversation was like, because it's gonna come out. It's going to
But
come
if
out.
it's two people that you love, for instance, say it's two people that you love, maybe
Uh-huh.
they necessarily don't get along, whatever the case may be. Like if somebody telling me something about somebody, even talking shit about them, I wouldn't even. I would say, damn, y'all need to talk about that. Maybe y'all should talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Or go to the other person and say, maybe y'all need to talk. Not necessarily saying what was in the conversation or what was said, or just
Mhm.
say like, maybe y'all should have a conversation because sometimes people everybody's looking in two different views. Maybe it was
Right.
the wrong, they perceived something a different way and it really wasn't like that. So
Right.
maybe just being that middle person, say maybe y'all need to talk about that. I have said that before. People have said and vented to me and said shit about other people. And I have said, won't you say that to them? Or maybe you should talk to them about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not about to go back and say, oh, this and that, like on the gossiping side. If you love two people and you want them to, you want to be around both of them, you be like, man, talk
Everybody
to them,
ain't
man.
It shouldn't
understanding
even be
though.
Listen,
You
that you
take
love
it to
like
them.
the
You
other
should just
person, it's
listen,
gonna look
you
like,
should just
because
have a
some people
mentality
it looked
that you
like
don't
you
want
was
to deal with
talking
shit
about
starters.
them. It
listen. If
automatically,
it's a
because why you had to have this conversation with somebody else, why you couldn't, and I'm like
listen,
that.
But
I
a
just
lot of
had a
times,
situation like that.
some people that think the situation 100% one way is just a emotionally unintelligent person. That's usually what it is.
Yeah, I agree. I
listen. I
agree. Cause
think
Just
because
go to whom
I
you
But
think
if
have
this
the
me
though.
issue
talking
with.
about you
That's
when you're not
out of time.
around and you're not looking at the
That's true.
context and it's just solely, oh, you're a snake, without looking at context, you're an emotionally
Listen,
unintelligent
if you
person.
if you ain't got a problem with me talking about the good that you do, then you shouldn't have a problem with me talking about some of the negative shit that you probably did. Because that shit goes two ways. If I speak highly of you when you ain't present to certain people, then I could speak about the fuck shit if I thought it was some fuck shit. What difference do it
Yep.
make? Unless you just one of those people like don't say nothing about me at all. Don't put my name in your mouth. All right, that's cool. But if I can
It's
speak good, I can speak bad. Shit, that's the
Yeah.
way I view it.
But
As
people
long as
only
you ain't
want you
talking
speaking
about,
good about them, though.
huh?
People only want prosperity gospel when you speak in their name.
Yeah,
it's who
that's
you
a
vent
fact
to.
though.
It's who you vent
You
to.
know.
it's who you've been to. Because if somebody say something to me, I always try. Did you look at it this type of way, or maybe
Right.
this the way she thought, or maybe that's not what it is. Maybe that's
Right.
that's when you say maybe you
If
should
I
talk to
told you
them
what I'm gonna
about it.
say.
if you venting to
I
somebody
told,
that you know I hate,
I told you what I'm gonna say.
Right.
Go
Or
talk to
somebody
him
hate.
about that.
Exactly.
Go talk to him,
that's
bro.
right.
If it's two niggas that I fuck with like that shit happens all the time. Man, girls did what? Hey, go
Daily.
talk to girls about that shit, boy. Oh shit, go demo with them. That's that. I
Yeah,
got a
but
question though. Next side. My bad, not to cut nothing short.
go
I
ahead, you
got a
good.
question for the panel. Is it any instance where where a snake could be justified?
Unless it's some
Yeah,
payback shit, like Nelly said, like
I
if people been dogging you all that time, and then you want to give them a taste of your medicine, yeah, that then maybe you can do a payback. But sometimes tit for
That's a
tat, it don't
revenge.
even make you feel good anyway.
Right,
That was
that's a tick for tack revenge situation.
That's
But like
revenge.
I
It's
do say
sneaky.
sometimes, like if niggas cheat on me, I'm cheating back. So that probably don't seem
Got
right,
my
but
lick back,
maybe it seems
baby.
right
Now
to me.
I ain't doing that.
uh
I ain't
Don't
doing
tick,
that.
baby, and I won't tack. How about that?
hey, that was the
Hey, Tony
question.
Rose,
That was the question I was finna ask. Can it
huh?
what,
benefit
justified?
yeah, can it benefit you to keep a snake close? That was the question I was getting ready to
Not
ask.
really.
I don't know.
I don't think
Depends.
so.
I
I don't
seen
think
the
so. Keep your grass cut low.
I seen
So
the
keep your
listen,
grass cut low.
Some
I
niggas
seen
got snakes for steps.
I seen a DMX interview with the Breakfast Club one day. And they was asking him about trusting people. And you know how motherfuckers say, I don't trust nobody. He's like, no, I trust a snake to be a snake. I trust a thief to be a thief. I trust a killer to be a killer. You know what I mean? You know, because in my opinion, when you dealing right now in this world that we live in, me personally, I think the street game right now today is based around snake behavior, like all around the board. I think we mix it up and we call this that and we call that that. But I think the whole street game is based off being the best snake. The best snake survive in the streets right now, from my perspective and the way I see it. And I think sometimes I think you gotta come down to that point where you gotta beat a motherfucker with their own medicine. You gotta make a motherfucker swallow their own pills. Sometimes you gotta give a motherfucker what they putting out.
No, I don't want no snakes around me.
Hey, here go the example.
Isn't that in everything though?
Huh?
But that's tit for tat. That's the same thing.
Isn't that in everything? I don't think it's just street, because I mean, isn't there gatekeeping and everything? It may not be malicious, but there's gatekeeping. You know, like you got billionaires that will keep shit in their circle, and the minute a nigga that show up that's a millionaire shows up, they'll figure out ways to box him out. Same thing with the street. Like if you got niggas that you fucking with, y'all gonna figure out a way to box out competition in whatever way you can. You're not gonna say welcome in competition.
And listen, and if you in the streets, you gotta survive that shit, right? If anybody that's in the streets, if you in the streets hustling, the name of the game is fucking surviving. I don't know, like a lot of people get into it for a different reason, but I jumped off the porch to go back on the motherfucker comfortably. Right? We jump off that nasty, dirty motherfucking porch and all that motherfucking drama and bullshit. We jump off that bitch, nigga, to jump back on a clean porch, right? To make it to a certain point in your life, you know what I mean? To get out of this shit. You can't get out of this shit if you're not a good snake.
What about everyday living?
It ain't no out for you if you're not a good
the working
snake.
woman, the working man. What about not the street? What about everyday living?
It's the same program.
Hey,
because
It's survival of the fittest.
If you in the jungle, bro, sometimes you got to morph into whatever animal that you got to morph into, bro.
And if
sometimes,
not to cut you off, Blood, but if you're not that kind of animal, because everybody's not a snake. If you're not that kind of animal, guess what? You're gonna find you one.
Exactly.
You're gonna find you one. You're gonna find you one to do your bidding for you.
Like you say, you gotta trust a snake to be a snake. Just keep your eyes on them, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to like. That's what we was talking about in the
snake
beginning.
is
You gotta
snaking
identify.
everybody else. At some point in time, they gonna get you. If you
No, they're not because you know who.
No, they're not because you identify this person as a snake. You always like a chess, not checkers, bro. You gotta stay steps ahead of them, bro. You know this a snake. Now he gonna get you if you get comfortable with this nigga being a snake and think, oh, he ain't gonna snake me. Always snake
keep
you.
your enemies close.
You know he gonna snake you.
Keep your enemies close. Is that the same? Is that what y'all talking about?
Not really. Not really.
Not really.
That ain't
because the snake is your enemy. It's just a snake.
You gonna be cool with a snake? You want snakes around you?
No,
I don't want no snakes hissing around me.
Sometimes those snakes had to be around you to protect you from snakes that you have issues with.
Exactly.
Hey, listen. Snakes kill rats. They have a purpose. They have a purpose. Snakes kill rats. They got a purpose. So if you know this is a snake, you just got to not let him get in a position to bite you.
No,
how you gonna do that?
That's what make them
easy.
I'm explaining to you. You're gonna feed a motherfucker rat poison, right? Like, so if you feed it, if you got a snake with you right now, you know this motherfucker a snake. You know he gonna do the deeds of a snake. He gonna protect you with his snake shit. That's what you got him around you for. But the whole time you're not making him healthy. You're gonna feed him rat poison. You ain't gonna feed him snake food.
Because guess what? When a snake get hungry, a snake gonna eat whatever's around.
But listen
it don't matter if it's your friend,
what I'm saying,
if mom or dad or the person he love, a snake gonna.
But you can give a snake a purpose though.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying you're gonna feed the snake food. I mean, rat poison. You're not gonna feed them snake food. If you feed them snake food, then they get healthy. They get stronger. Eventually, they're gonna get you. But if you feed them rat poison, they're gonna die slow on that mission.
That makes you a snake, though.
That's survival.
I'd rather be around.
What I'm saying.
I only want to be
shot.
that I'm making. I don't ever want no snakes.
So you opening the door. So you opening the door for a motherfucker to be around you that you don't know is a snake. Because
if I don't know, that's but the moment I peep it, I'm not about to be like, I'm gonna keep you close. Hell, but fuck no.
What if it's too late? What if it's too late?
No,
So you
that's
saying
di-
snakes
I'm not.
got
I'm
loyalty?
saying as far as like
Are y'all
keeping
saying snakes
snakes
got
around.
loyalty?
I'm
Because that's
not
not
keeping
true.
anybody
Loyalty.
around that I
We're
have
not
no.
Yes.
A snake can sit on
Yeah,
the
I'm saying
side.
that.
A snake does not have loyalty to nobody.
Nobody, not
Nobody.
They
even
got
themselves.
Whoever said that? I didn't
No,
never
because
say that.
you're saying like
but
you're
you
gonna
know,
keep a snake around you to
listen,
protect you. That's not true.
No,
listen.
I didn't say that. I said
You
you
said
keep
you're
a
gonna
snake
keep a
around
snake
this.
around you to keep other snakes from around.
No, to
So you
serve
saying
its
that somebody
purpose.
that's a snake can't have love for you?
Listen.
To serve its
Snakes are
purpose.
loyal. Snakes are
People
loyal.
have snakes as pets.
But snakes
You
are
keep a
loyal.
snake around
But
to serve
they
its
don't let them get
purpose.
out. They don't let them move around. They don't let them do nothing.
Yes,
Snakes are
they
loyal.
They
do.
keep them in one environment.
No, no.
The only thing I
See,
got
sometimes
going
you got to
snake
think outside the box. See?
high and by.
Sometimes you got to think outside
Ain't
the
no
box.
snake about to be around me. High
I
and
don't want no
by.
snake around me.
Hell no.
In the jungle, hey, in the jungle, you have to adapt. You have to adjust and adapt. And
Yeah,
if
and then
you're
you
not
gotta
a
deal with
snake,
snake
if
food.
you if you're not a snake, you have to. Maybe I grew up in the jungle. I'm 47 years old.
You
I grew
won't
up in the
minion.
jungle. I was around a whole lot of snake ass niggas, and I'm
Hey
still
man.
standing.
Hey
What I'm
man.
And I'm
saying is
still standing.
you
Hey
snake
man.
food.
I know how
Hey
to do it. Never been snake food. I
Right.
was
But
around that
that
bitch
doesn't
without a
mean
scratch
snakes
on
should be
me.
around snakes.
Well, it ain't about
Bingo.
being. It ain't about being around the snake. It's about understanding. Because the one thing I can say this: snakes are loyal. They loyal to the idea of being a
No,
motherfucking
they
snake.
not. No, you're not.
It's a
Google
no
right
no
now.
no
The
no no
first
no
thing
no
it
no no
say,
no.
snakes are not loyal
Now
to no
listen to
one.
me. Listen to me. They are loyal
So
to
that's
the
not
idea of
true.
being a snake. Like every motherfucker that you know that do underhanded shit, that do grimy shit, they're always gonna do underhanded and grimy shit because they believe that's the way that they supposed to be. The average,
Facts.
the average motherfucker that's a snake, they not looking at themselves in the way that everybody else looking at them. They looking at themselves on their mission. So they're gonna be loyal to their mission. It don't
No,
matter.
no, they
It ain't
not.
about
Google
being
right
loyal to
now,
another.
Tony.
You
Google
ain't
right
listen to what
now,
I'm saying,
snakes.
Trees. Trees, you gotta
Snakes
listen to
are
what I'm
not
saying.
loyal to
You gotta
Listen,
be
nobody.
open.
you gotta listen
You
to what
They
gotta
I'm
be
don't even
willing
saying.
to
have the
listen.
brain. They don't even have
I'm
the part of the brain capacity to even
Trees, you're
have
not
You
like
listening
gotta.
to what I'm
love or
saying. You're
anything
not
like a
listening to what I'm
dog
You
or a
saying.
talking
cat.
about a snake animal? You talking about a snake
Listen,
animal? We
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
snake
listen.
no. Snakes
people.
got the same type. We talking about the same thing:
Listen,
conniving, sneaky,
I'm not
killing, all
saying
that.
that they loyal to other people. I'm saying they loyal to their identity of who they are and what they represent. They're
Right.
gonna always push their
Conniving.
measure.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
Which
I'm
means
saying.
no, you can't be around me because that's what you loyal to.
But when you in the jungle, you gotta utilize every aspect of the jungle
I
to
kind of
survive.
understand what y'all saying. I
I
get it.
know what he's saying, but it around me mean my inner circle. And I'm not
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
about to
don't want
have
no
no
snakes
snake
around me.
knowingly
That,
in
that,
my inner circle around me. Yes, I'm gonna respect you as a snake, being a snake from way the fuck over there. But in my inner
I
circle,
get it.
hell no. Because the only
Yeah,
thing
I
it's
get
gonna
it.
make me do
yeah.
is be a
That's
snake.
your personal.
To have
That's your
snakes around
personal.
you, you have to be a snake. That's
No,
the
you
only
don't.
way. Yeah, you
No,
kind of
you
do.
don't.
Yes, you do. The
You're
hood
not
term
So we
to
at the
listen
part of the
to
show where we're not willing to listen to each other no more, huh?
to survive.
We just we
You
just
gotta
we
do the
just
same
we
things
just
to
spewing
You just
our
agree.
ideas
You
and we're
just
not
agree to
listening to each other
disagree.
no more.
What you're
to
saying, you
survive.
probably think is
We're
right,
not
and
agreeing
what
to
she's saying is
disagree. You're
probably
not
right
letting the
too.
person demonstrate their thought. Y'all not letting us demonstrate our thought, bro.
You just
Y'all
Y'all
did.
just
Y'all
demonstrated
got
just
to
your
do
said
it.
everything.
you just demonstrated your thought.
You just
Prior
demonstrated. You
to
just
me
said you
speak.
keep snakes around
I
you to
never even
protect.
got a chance to talk, bro. Y'all just said he cut me and said, "Let's
You
make
was
it a
just
snake."
talking,
Dude, you just had a whole conversation. I just heard
quiet and
everything you
I
everything
didn't
while
even
said.
you
just
was
get to
talking.
finish that.
It was
So
I
quiet
didn't
and
even just
everything
get.
while you was talking. It
hey,
was
so
I
literally.
didn't even.
if we change the conversation, right, and we having a relationship, if we change the conversation and then we start having a relationship conversation, then we say like men ain't shit, men ain't shit, men ain't shit. But as men, we telling y'all we know men ain't shit, right? So we utilize people for who they are. Now, if you go
But
into a
all men
situation,
ain't like that.
but this is what I'm saying.
Yes.
If you go into a situation and you can't utilize people for who they are, you might get lost in the shuffle. You might get lost in the shuffle because even in the corporate world, it's snakes. They working. They
They
working.
everywhere.
If you in the motherfucker, if you a judge right now, it's another judge trying to get your spot if you at the highest spot. So you got lawyers and prosecutors that's gonna do your bidding to keep you in your position. You got motherfuckers in the game that's out there that's gonna do that dirty work for you because
Yep.
you not finna do it. That's what I'm saying. You just
That's
you
not
keeping all your parts in order. That's the way
right.
life works. So
It
just
don't mean
because
you
them
gonna
niggas
catch
snakes,
something.
all right, we ain't fucking with them niggas. I know you a snake, and I'm not gonna let you get the ups on me because the whole time you with me or around the situation or somebody that I utilize, I'm gonna feed you rat food. So you're gonna die off anyway. Now, if that makes me a snake, that's cool. But I'm coming at the game to win. I'm not playing the game just to
It's
be
all about
stagnant or to
self-preservation.
sit in one spot. It's all about self-preservation. So I gotta win. So I'm gonna utilize everybody that's in the jungle. I'm gonna use the jungle against the jungle. That's how I'm gonna survive that motherfucker.
That's how you survive. You
It's
adjust,
snakes
you
running the
adapt.
whole law firm. They got a team with them. So it's like they the
You
snake
got
and they trying to get ahead and they doing what they gotta do. They snaking people out to get in these positions and to get these people off. And they have teams where they send them off to do these very things. Look for this negative information on this other like
Yes,
they have real teams. So
yes,
I get what both sides are saying. It's some people they not necessarily a snake or want to be a snake, but they're in this team. They're working with this snake and they making
you
money
have
off
to
of it. And
in
they
this
getting ahead.
environment.
You
In
gotta
this
be a snake.
environment, you have to utilize everything accessible to you. Period.
especially at our age.
If you don't, the
You
other
could
side's
choose
gonna do it
to
to
you
you.
once you trust that
Bingo.
this snake is a snake and this is what they're doing, you can choose to not be around them if that's not what you want to deal with and if that's life and if you don't agree with that then you don't be around them but they're going to be who they are and it's other people
Right,
that will they don't agree with it but they going to do what they got to do.
right. Because to be a snake, to be fucking with a snake on that level, you gotta be
It's
snaky
everybody
too.
got a choice. So I get
But
what
I
You
you
don't.
both y'all is saying.
but I
I
think
understand it completely.
unless you like this perfect person in this perfect world, I don't think it's a moment where, like we say, somebody else that's telling the story might tell the story about you being a snake, and they might be correct in what they're saying. You just don't see it that way because you was doing what you felt like you need to do in the way that you need to do it, but the other person that's looking at you, looking at how you stepping over them.
A snake
How,
is intentionally being manipulative, and malicious in your actions to get what you need to be doing. Snaking to me, there's intent with it.
I have
If there-
done that though.
It's intent with snaking. If the intent is not to be manipulative and malicious, then maybe it's something else. But a
I
snake,
feel.
you
Oh, go ahead.
intentionally approach me with a hidden ass agenda that I don't know about. You intentionally brought me here with a hidden ass agenda that I didn't know about. That's snaking. You intentionally said that because you have some hidden ass agenda that I don't know about. That's snaking. You have a very intentional hidden ass agenda. And it's to be malicious in a lot of ways, or it's to benefit just you, not the whole. Like that's snaking to me. It's not a motherfucker around me that I won't like that. I don't give a fuck, and I don't need to
How do
utilize
you?
it. 'Cause
How
it's
could you? How could you? How could you say? How could you say that it's not to benefit the whole? It may can benefit the whole. Just say. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Please allow me to demonstrate the thought. The entire thought, please. This is a podcast. Say we all work together on this podcast. This is our podcast, right?
Come on.
And we need some information or something out of another podcast that they're not willing to give us. Now we know that this is just me hypothetical. We know that Netta is a snake. Netta can infiltrate this other podcast. Okay, not Netta. I see your face. Richie. Richie's a snake. Richie can infiltrate this other podcast and get all the information and everything that we need. He can infiltrate, he can befriend these people, and he can get everything that we need to make our podcast the number one podcast in America. Why wouldn't I
I'm
send him
quitting.
over?
I don't want to have no parts of no bullshit like that. That's crazy to
Yeah,
me.
that's a sign.
Some people will do that shit to get ahead though. That's your thing. I don't give a
All
fuck.
people do that.
I'm not
All
me.
people
I
do
don't
not
want
do
to
This,
that
do
yeah.
because
bullshit like that.
for instance, if I
No,
go
I'm
Oh,
just
to
saying
bro.
you
if
got
I go to
you
a
also
I'm
room about
understand
other
it
people's stuff,
in business. In business, even if you don't intend to use it, it's still a weapon you want to have in case it gets to the point that person wants to bring something that like
okay,
that
let
to
me
you.
read it.
It's like a
You don't have
gun.
to step
operate
on
like a
people's
snake.
toes to
That's
come
what I'm
up.
saying.
You
Like
don't
a
have to
gun.
step on people's toes. You don't have to talk down about people. If you have a product or a service that's going to sell itself or do
Who said
business,
something about stepping on toes or talking
no,
down on somebody? Who said
that's
that?
snake move. That's the
Why
snake
would you
move.
be
Like you
taking
said, go to the
information?
podcast.
Hey, if
Like,
somebody in the if somebody in the competition podcast that we're competing against for number one, if somebody
send a
brings
snake.
me a video of that person cheating on their wife, I'm not gonna drop the video, but I'm gonna hold on to that in case it ever gets to that point because that's what he
Take
would
our
do to
lead.
me.
Yeah. Okay. But
That's
like
what he
I
would do to
said,
you.
I'm not.
There you
I don't
go.
need to do
I
what
think
people
that's
do. I don't
I,
need to do that.
I
I'm not.
think that's
I don't need to do that. If
I
I
think
got
that's kind of
something, a
funny.
product, a service that's just gonna sell itself, I don't need to talk about. I don't need to go on that. I don't need to go on
There's
that
no such
podcast
thing as a product that sells itself until when
Yes,
you
it
stop
is.
being
Hold
able to
on.
be the
Yes, it is.
person to
Hold
sell
on.
it. If they
Hold on.
dilute and if they put out false information about you or something that's slightly true, your product that sells itself can no longer sell itself because the person it comes from is poison or perceived poison because somebody put that out there about you. So why would you not want to have that layer
I
of
think
protection for yourself?
Hey,
I personally
I got a question.
let's go, man.
I
Hey, if
got
you
a
ain't ready to stay on the sidewalk.
I got a
I think
question
I
for the
think it's
women.
good to think in the manner of building protections around yourself to prevent being bitten by a snake. But the way y'all just explained that, you're literally operating like the snake. So because you're preparing to be snaked, you like, I'm gonna be the snake first, just in case they be a snake. Like that's why I don't want snakes around me. I'm not about to do this.
So I got a question for you. Can I answer this? Can I answer this? So then what is your solution to prevent the other person from doing that to you? And
Right.
if they do it to you and it destroys you, then what?
Then we gotta, so it depends. So you have to be preparing on your end as far as like building protections around yourself. So with security, there's all type of measures. When you're talking about information in a company, there's all type of security measures that you try to keep from information getting out. And so, I mean, you can only do so much, but if somebody steal and do all of that, then you deal with that. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And so if you deal with it from that perspective, if somebody come at you, then you have to then manage it from that aspect. Now, I mean, it ain't, you
Okay,
can
so
always
let me ask you.
So would you rather do preventative maintenance or do a cleanup job?
I'm gonna do both.
But let me ask you this:
Because
like
in life, you gonna be cleaning up. Like it doesn't matter.
I got a question for the panel. What would you rather have? A knife?
You can't say you're gonna do both if you're not collecting information when it presents itself for you to collect.
What would you rather have? A knife or a gun?
A gun, of course. A gun.
Why a gun?
Because I'm gonna pop off. You're gonna have to run up on me with a knife or whatever, unless you got some good aim.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna have to make a better move to come and get me, and I could just pop off right there. So
But the gun protects you with foresight, don't it? Because you can shoot that motherfucker from across the street, can't you?
right.
You better hit your target, because you may not.
You may not, but even if you don't hit it, you can get that motherfucker up off you before it gets too close to you, right?
You get a shot early on.
If you could foresee your problem and you could shoot from across the motherfucking street, from in the gangway, from out the motherfucking window, if you could foresee a problem coming to you that's a threat to your life and you got a motherfucking gun, you're gonna shoot from wherever, ain't you?
Yep.
Is you gonna wait till that motherfucker is standing in your face before you shoot him?
Well, it just depends, because you already know with the
You
gun
gonna-
laws.
But
you gotta be in
strategic.
a full blown threat.
You have to be strategic.
That's the word. That's the word.
That means preventative.
Preventative.
It's the same thing. You got to be strategic.
Are these not snake words?
Strategic.
I don't have to necessarily collect information on what you doing to know that I have valuable information that needs to be protected.
So what if you don't collect it and somebody brings it to you? Are you gonna deny it?
Can I ask a question?
That's not me being a snake, though.
Please.
Can I ask a question? You do y'all watch sports? The women who are against snakeism, you watch sports?
Yeah, I will sometimes.
So is it snakeism when the other team watches film on the other team to get information? And is it snakeism if this coach has an assistant coach and I hire his assistant coach and he brings their system over to our team and make our team better? Is that snakeism?
If he giving you inside info on what they were doing, then like, come on, bro.
I'm saying because all the
I
coaches
hear the quarterback got a weak left leg.
because all the coaches that coached under Phil Jackson got the triangle offense all around the league now. So is that snakeism?
But
He
don't
and
don't
Kirk
they
coach
protect
under Greg
themselves in
Popovich.
football? They protect
So
themselves when they put that thing over
Hold
their mouth
on,
so they
hold
don't.
on. That's in the game. I'm talking about when your coach, when your assistant coach gets hired as our head coach now, because Steve Kerr coached under Greg Popovich, and he brought parts of Phil Jackson's coaching game and Greg Popovich's coaching game to the Golden State Warriors and won 4 championships. Is he a snake?
Maybe it's strategic, like
I
y'all
don't
said.
know. I don't know
but
enough about it
strategic.
to
So
be
when
able
you
to.
say strategic, right?
Just like I
Let's
came
break
from my
down
job. I came
strategic.
from working from one hospital doing the same thing, financing their accounts and everything, and I go to another hospital and I'm showing them a easier, more sufficient way to do something. Is that
That you learned at the old hospital, right?
huh?
That you learned at the old hospital, right?
That I learned from the old hospital.
But
You a snake.
making something
Listen,
more
listen.
efficient.
Can I
Those
Yes,
hospitals are not.
you.
Those hospitals are not competing.
can I
The
say this?
hospitals are not competing.
Can I say this?
Okay, so back to basketball. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
The
Can I say this?
hospitals are not
financially, yes,
Let
they
me
competing.
are.
let me try
No,
to say
it's
this,
another
Yeah,
right?
they
factor
are.
out here
Yeah,
too.
they
Yeah, they
are.
are. They want to
But
get more patients. It is. It's financial at the
Bianca,
end of the day.
Bianca
They want
used
to
the
be the
word strategy, being
The Mayo
strategic.
Clinic is competing.
Let's just harp on this word for a few minutes. Strategic, strategy, right? Just a few minutes.
Uh-huh.
When you're creating your strategy, does everybody have privy to your strategy
No.
that you're putting together to take your situation to the next step? Does everybody have privy to it?
No.
If you have competition and they're in front of you, do you give them the privileged information of your strategy?
No.
There is absolutely a possibility of you using your strategy to step over them in order to get to your next step, right?
Step
Yes.
you
Right.
you would have to
So
know their strategy if you intentionally
no,
doing that.
but I'm saying when we talking about snaking, we talking about people doing underhanded
It's
shit.
intention.
Anytime we strategizing to build our program and somebody else might fall from the program that we building, that's kind of like some snake shit. If you put it in
No,
those
I didn't
terms,
intend.
ain't it?
I didn't intentionally set out to make you fall. If you
No,
fail because
but
your shit ain't tight like
but
mine,
if
it don't got nothing to do with
no,
me.
I'm
Go
saying though,
tighten
if
up, baby.
you at the highest, if you at the high, and I'm trying to get to the highest peak, I'm trying to get higher, I'm trying to get better, and it's a
They got
possibility.
the fall.
It's a possibility that it's a great possibility that in order for me to get to where I got to get to, you have to fall. Not because I'm
That's
kicking you, not because
right.
I'm touching you, not because I'm harming you, but you have to fall. I'm
They
not
don't have
telling you my strategy though.
right. I don't have
I'm
to.
not
That's
telling you my program.
snaking is intentionally manipulating to be malicious in the agenda is what I said it
Isn't
is. So
that what
if
strategizing
I'm
is?
focused on my own stuff and I'm focused on building, I don't even know what you got going on. I'm not sending
Strategizing.
people over there to steal information. I'm not trying to do things like you doing. I'm literally focused on my stuff. If my shit blow up because of the shit that I put together and it makes you fall, I don't have nothing to do with that. You
But
might
it's
want
the
to learn
same.
something.
But it's
Yeah,
the
I think
And if
people
it
should.
doesn't, and if
I
it
think
doesn't,
people
you're
should
cool with that.
collaborate, like
it's the
more
same.
collaborate. Like if I see somebody that's getting more money, getting more of this, I want to be like, damn, I would rather collaborate than step on their toes or try to down talk them or try to just snake my way through. I would
Right.
rather
Nobody saying none of
collaborate.
that.
No.
And I'm
That's
It's
not
snaky.
competitive. So
That's snaky
it's
move.
really the
That's
bad.
your
It's the
snaky
worst.
move.
But, no,
It's the
but
worst
nobody
example
said
of
none of that.
because I'm
listen.
not competitive.
If
Ain't
So
nobody said what,
I
good.
feel like when you start strategizing,
Stepping on toes
I feel
and,
like
and doing
That is
strategy
underhanded
snake
shit.
moves. So stepping on toes,
strategy is
like
the
you
thing
said,
for
going
me.
to another podcast, or you even going to a game, going being a coach, seeing what they used to do, how they won a championship. That's the same.
I didn't say that either.
That's similar.
I didn't say
You
that
can say
either.
that.
I
You can
said
say
if your assistant coach gets hired as my head coach now, and he brings things from that he learned from your being your
that's
assistant
what I'm
coach,
talking about. That's the same thing.
that's not snaking though. How's that snaky?
if you're not using trade secrets, sometimes you just bring a skill because maybe they was winning on the other team because of the skill you brought. So if you left, I might be at one company and I bring a certain skill set to that company, and because of my skill set, that company is growing. So if I leave that company,
That's what
I
I'm
have
talking
gained
about.
skill, but I also have skill, and I take it to this company. Yeah, that company gonna grow because I got skill, but I'm not sharing trade secrets on exactly things that they particularly did. That's
If I can share it without being legally responsible in any way, I'm sharing it. If that's what we need to do to win.
If I'm a gatekeeper and I'm standing at the motherfucking gate and I'm a snake and
I'm with you, Richard.
I'm watching everything that you're doing. I see everything that you move because I'm trying to stop everybody that's getting close to this gate. This is what goes on in America right now, right? It's people at the gate watching everything that everybody do in the NBA. They talk about when they used to go talking to Stern, when Stern was the motherfucking commissioner, and he'll let motherfuckers know, like, nigga, I know your mama, I know your daddy, nigga, I know your homie who was just serving on the block. I know we watching your whole situation. Now you just playing the game in a straight line. You playing the game in a straight line, but it's a whole situation that's around you that stop you from getting straight through the gate. There's nobody getting straight through the gate around this bitch. Nobody. You might get a little bit, you might get something decent, you might make half of the play, but it's somebody, but they at the gate watching, trying to keep motherfuckers from getting to the gate. You telling me you just gonna play that straight line and not trying to find a way, a strategy to get across that motherfucking gate? You just gonna let them just stop you.
Hey, nice guys finish last.
Analogy. That's not. I'm not even competitive. So that all that I hate. I'll watch sports, but I don't even like. That shit is bullshit.
I'm
Like,
competitive.
I don't want to be like a chauvinist, but we're not competitive. I don't want to be like make this a man woman thing, but we are competitive, bro.
For no reason.
We compete about every fucking thing, bro.
There are competitive women. I'm just not a competitive woman.
Yeah,
So
no, I get it. I'm just saying, like, me.
I don't agree with American structure. I hate capitalism, all that bullshit. So I hate corporate shit. Like all of it is snakeism. So I mean,
but that's my point that I was making. That's my point that I was making. It's all based around those ideas. If you're gonna survive and get to the top. So at some point you do fall into that lane. Like it is a moment.
Not really, because the top don't even mean the same thing to everybody. What's the top?
I think it do.
The top to me is internal peace, mental peace.
That's for you.
Somebody else
you can't
being a billionaire.
You can't put your thought on everybody else. That's for you. It's a lot of competitive people out here where the top means a lot to them, and it means more than internal peace. It means being.
No, I said the top means different things for different people.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So what somebody else is working when they say I'm trying to get to the top, your top don't even look the same as my top. Yours may be to be a billionaire.
And you let that person step on you.
Might be to just be debt free
you would let that person
live a simple life.
And you would let
That's
that person.
Real top.
You would let that person step on you to get to their top.
I'm not going to even be in their path because we don't even have the same lane. How about that?
You
can't step on me.
Why don't you?
You can't step
so what if it's another mental health professional that's competitive as hell and they're trying to get to the top of y'all profession and you're not on that, but he's willing to do whatever he has to do to get you out the way.
And he can't get me out the way because I'm not even in the motherfucking way. That's the thing. While he working to get to the top, he probably missing out on all type of family time while me and my kids on vacation.
But can I say
once he get to the top, them kids gonna be like, we hate you because you was never around, and me and my kids
don't care.
Can I say this? What you may perceive as not being in his way could be something completely different than what he's seeing.
What he's seeing. I agree.
And his top, it can't. What I'm saying is, we're not even on the same lane because he's chasing status, probably chasing finances. I'm chasing internal peace.
Yeah,
so
some people want their mental health in order, and they like you said, chasing peace.
Yeah,
everybody's not chasing money or fame or just trying to.
I don't care about all that bullshit, so I'm not going to even be this way.
This as a metaphor.
Can I say this real quick?
Hold on.
Just think about it like this. Let me give you an example. Let me hit this, please. Let me just hit this.
Go ahead.
Just think about all the guys or all the people that have come up with different forms of energy where they had the intention to make sure people never pay for gas or electric, but governments killed them. You know why? Because they were interfering with the process they have of making their money, even though they wanted eternal peace, just like you.
You froze, so I missed everything you said.
Man,
No, what I said was there are people that come up with great inventions, whether it's for clean energy, cars not needing gas and running on water, that governments have blocked, and those people wanted eternal peace too, internal peace too. But because there was somebody who was bigger, more vicious, and wasn't going to allow you to come bring your little water guzzling car and stop them from making money on gas, your internal peace didn't matter to them. So how do you fight that?
I'm not working to get to the top to get the greatest, biggest, most paying invention. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Let me use
once
this.
My debt is paid, once I'm debt free, I don't even have to. I can work minimum wage, motherfucker. And I'm gonna be happy because I don't owe nobody. That's peace.
Look at
Somebody
this.
is trying to get to the
top.
top.
Can I use this?
The
can I use
greatest,
this
best,
for a metaphor?
most paid.
I'm gonna try to let me try to use this as a metaphor, right? So we got white cells in our body, right? Anybody heard of this? White blood cells. Yeah, so our white cells in our body protect us from the bacteria agents, right? It's what keep us from getting diseases, right? We don't scientifically, I can't go too far deep into it. I wish I would have been prepared because I had no plans on this, but the white cells is what protect our body from all of the agents that could destroy our body, all of the motherfucking germs, all of the bacteria, all of the disease. If you don't have white blood cells, there's a high chance that you can catch a disease from the smallest thing, just passing saliva with somebody, just your blood connecting. You know what I mean? So without those agents in your system, you don't know what these agents come from, right? We don't know where these agents come from. We don't know exactly what these agents do. We know that these agents protect us from that shit most of the time, right? If you got a family, a household, mom, dad, the kids, the dog, all that shit, 9 times out of 10, the protective agent in your house is dad, right? 9 times out of 10. Now, I could be wrong. Tianka, am I wrong?
I'm not doing.
Is dad not the protective agent of the household in most households?
If he's not abusive and alcoholic, maybe.
Oh man, here we go.
But 9 times out of 10,
I don't do generals when it comes to that, because men can be very horrible as leaders. Just because you a man don't mean that you the best. Come on now, I done seen.
Why we can't just let them get the metaphor off? Right? We know all that. We understand all that.
I was
7 times out of 10. Say 7 times out of 10.
He called my name.
He meant to say 7 times out of 10. Then
he called my name. I don't have to agree with him.
6 times out of 10, right?
Okay.
6 times out of 10. Right? 6 times out of 10. Right?
Okay, 6 times out of 10. There we go.
6 times out of 10, right?
All right.
If for us that's in the streets, right, our laws is our protective agency, because it's all we really have. We don't 100% have each other. All we have is the laws that say, if you cross this line, this is what you represent. None of us want to cross that line because we don't want to represent that. So all of that, it is a borderline that protects everybody, like in every facet, right? And sometimes when you're dealing with a snake, you probably don't be a snake. You probably not fucking with a snake. You probably ain't nowhere near a snake, but it's an agent that's protecting you from that snake. Because if it's not an agent protecting you from a snake and you don't deal with snakes, there's no fucking possible way in the world to stop a snake from infiltrating your life and doing what they need to do to you. Because all they're going to do is come into your shit and pretend that they not who they are.
And maybe it just means you need to tighten up. So whatever you didn't know before, now you know. Some things happen so that you can know now.
It don't work like that. That's why they got comments.
Yeah, that's what life is.
Why they got comments. You never know when a motherfucker in your life is a snake. For real.
That's what I'm saying. But once you aware, because some people know early on, okay, snakes exist. So they might start maneuvering in a way to do whatever they need to do to protect themselves. Some people are very protected and they don't understand that it's really out here. Snakes really out here. So it takes for them to get bitten to be like, oh shit, what the fuck I missed. Now they gotta tighten up. So some things just gotta happen. Like everything is not gonna be kosher all the time. That's just
You
You
know
got
who know a
herpes.
snake? You know
I'm
who
not
know it?
dying to find out.
Because listen, I'm trying to get ahead of the problem. All the problems in my life or all the situations that I'm dealing with in my life, I'm trying to get ahead of that shit. You know who know a
Right.
snake more than any motherfucking body? A snake. So
Bingo.
if I got me a good one and I know what they represent and they doing they right shit and they on point, all I got to do is not allow them to get up under me in a way where they can get me. That's all I got to do.
Get you a snake handler.
That's all I
And
got to
If
do.
you
sometimes you
got a
gotta
snake
do
in your
that.
house, get you a
Yeah,
snake
you got to
handler,
get you a
man.
handler. Yeah.
Straight
I
up.
agree that
Get you a
Oh,
people
snake
don't know a
handler, man.
snake until they get bit, because you sometimes in situations you just don't know, like, until it happened to you. Some people might be
you're not paying
naive.
Amen.
Like,
attention.
I ain't never
Yeah.
really. I
And
don't think I
sometimes,
got snaked out before. That don't mean I'm not. That I can get snaked out before.
No, it don't mean that you haven't been snaked out before. You just ain't see it
you
when it
probably
happened.
just ain't
No,
noticed.
usually
You
when you get
guys just
snaked
ain't
out,
see
you
it when it
feel it.
happened.
No, when
No,
you get snaked out,
no.
you feel it.
Listen, the con artist job is patterns, right? Because we outside with the shit. The con artist job is patterns. They doing what they do based off your patterns. You probably a motherfucker might be working a 10 place a 10 play scheme, right? And they get off all 9 plays in that scheme, and you recognize it at the end. You don't recognize it, but you stop it for whatever reason. You stop it. But those 9 plays, they got it off already. You don't even know it, or you don't
Here's
even
my
realize
thing.
it.
Here's my thing. Everything impacts your growth and development. So some things you have to go through. It's not the worst. At the end of the day, if you was fucking with a snake that long and didn't realize they was a snake, that means you were benefiting from them. At the end of the day, when I'm done with a motherfucker and I look back over the course of that relationship, I'm like, man, that motherfucker probably wasn't shit, or they manipulated in some type of way. But at the end of the day, you got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, he probably was foul in that sense, but if he was around me enough to snake me, then to some degree I did benefit.
Man,
Not
people
because
get off.
I was snaking back, but because if I just wasn't aware until I got bitten, I'm like, oh shit, your
I
ass
can,
motherfucking snake.
I can,
And
I
I
can say
cut
this.
it off.
I can say
But
this.
now that
absolutely.
has contributed to a notch in my growth and development belt.
But I absolutely have people in my life that's been in my life for a long time that I love to death. That's been got shit off from me, and I ain't never benefited nothing from them. Sometimes when you got love for people, you can have love for a snake. You can have real, like, genuine love for a snake and not know it. You might not benefit nothing from that person. You might look out for that person every chance that person needs you. You might come through. You might not think nothing of it. It could be your brother, your cousin, auntie, uncle. It could be one of your closest road dogs, and you don't benefit nothing. But every time that motherfucker needs you, you come through because the genuine love that's within you. So I don't
So
know, man.
Tony, do you think when she say benefit, like, do you think, like, say somebody snaked you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, fooled me once. So now it did benefit you. So now you know how a snake kind of move. So
Yeah.
now you're aware. So that did benefit you in a way. Like, oh, okay, I know those type of moves.
I know those symptoms. Yeah,
So you
I know that
learned.
when I see it.
So
The
you
problem,
learn from that.
the problem with the con artists and a lot of snakes is they study people. Like the old dude was saying when we first started, motherfuckers don't shake your hand, they study your hand. A lot of times when the snakes come into your life, they come with a plan. So you looking for the shit that happened to you with the last motherfucker, but they got a whole nother play because they sat there and studied your whole move. They making a whole nother play. I think sometimes the best thing, and I'm not saying have a snake around you on a regular basis, but everybody that's outside, that's doing something, that's living a life, you need
Gotta know how to deal with a snake.
right. You need a snake comrade. I don't care what nobody say. You need a snake comrade. And a lot of motherfuckers have them and don't even know they have them. A lot of motherfuckers be having snake comrades, but they snake comrade protect them because of the way they benefit off of them for the moment. But that same motherfucker, it might be the one person that protects you more than anybody in your life until you tell that person no. Until you tell that person no, and then that's when it get nasty. Antoinette, did you sleep?
That's what I was just gonna say. She bogus as hell.
She up there knocked out. Goodness gracious.
She already told y'all how she bounced out the conversation. She told y'all in the beginning.
Tianka told her. She just did what Tianka said. Her ass is up there snoring, Jack. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm out of here, man.
I'm out of here. That was a good conversation, though, man. I feel like we ain't finished it neither, man. I feel like it might be more. But until then, everybody, man, that shit was dope as hell, man. Let's just get to the next shit. I'll let y'all later on.
Hey, be
Have
wise.
a good night, and thanks for getting through
Hey,
with
be
you
wise.
in the kitchen, y'all.
Hey, be wise. We're gonna have to discuss that niggas conversation, me and you.
Which one?
Niggas.
Now look at this.
About the word niggas.
Now look at this. Look at this. Before we go on that topic. So this hat I got on is an Argentina hat. I ain't know it when I bought it, but it's kind of like reflective of the word nigga to me because I kind of agree with Bianca. It's one of those things where I'm just fucked up with. But they say in Argentina, do you know that they try to get rid of all of the black people out of their country?
You see the restaurant they got in Argentina. It's called Nigga Burgers.
No, they try to get rid of all of the black people in Argentina. They got it. It's in the motherfucking. You can Google it. They try to get rid of all of the dark skinned people. And the thing was kind of funny. It's synonymous to me to what Tianka was saying is that like me having the hat on is just kind of like a nigga saying nigga all the time. We know what it means. We know who it is. We know where it comes from. We know what it represents. But still put the hat on. You know what I mean?
I don't think we know where it comes from. That's what a misunderstanding comes in at. We don't really. A lot of people don't. Well, I ain't gonna say we because I do. A lot of people don't know the actual origin of the word.
It doesn't matter. It's the fact that
that's what the problem is.
Attached to it, we shouldn't be identifying with it because it don't mean nothing good. Because if it did mean
something good, yes it does. Yeah, yes it does. The actual word N-G-U-S is a beautiful word.
Psyche. I'm talking about the mental psyche, the trauma that's attached to it alone makes it like because if it wasn't bad, you wouldn't. No black person would be mad when somebody got mad, or white people would be able to use it if it was not a bad word. If they say triggered it bad when they use it, then you should not be using it yourself.
We gonna get into it, but it's definitely not a bad word.
It's horrible.
The way that they misspelled it, and put their own spin on it made it a bad word. But the actual origin of the word is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We'll get to it one day.
So next week, I don't know if anybody will be available now, but if anybody that's available, I want to talk about the disasters created by distraction. That's gonna be the topic for next week.
No, you ain't. Ew.
So,
you touching the salt.
Yeah, man. I feel like this was a good conversation, man. I want to keep this shit going. We just gonna go to the next level. Holler at all y'all next week.
Yep.
All right. See you guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
Let's play a game of would you rather. Yeah. Like would you rather. Yeah. Let's free up a day. Free up a space. Let's talk about the truth the way we know it. Let's make a play. This our reality, okay? We out here with some savage beats, okay? If you want it, you can have a piece. Effort come with automatic peace. Just be careful if you slip, you know the ladder's grief, okay? Open discussion, who you loving, who you trusting? Is it lusting when you busting? Is you still crushing? Was it something, is it nothing? Did you cuddle? Did you up and grab your clutch and was befuddled? Do you still love him? Is your relationship 100, or is it 50-50? Do you be talking shit, or do you sit and listen? Are you a real friend or a transaction system? Listen, do you be copping flowers? Do you open doors? Is you looking for a real woman? Is you content with whores?